Hey everybody, welcome to Impossible Coin. We got a lot of business today. Helping me do that business, Rocky Hardy.
Hello.
What's going on, my dude?
I am just frazzled, honestly. I spent a weird section of my night last night just cleaning my apartment for reasons I still don't really understand.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Were you smoking drugs?
I was not.
Were you drinking drugs?
Also not. No, I was what they say clean in the streets. I just did something weird. I do weird stuff sometimes. I'm still figuring it out.
Cleaning's not weird. Cleaning's a normal adult thing to do.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just growing up. That might just be what's happening.
Were you doing a sad?
I was not doing a sad.
Okay.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking clean because your place is disgusting and your mother would be disappointed.
My place was disgusting. Oh, you know what? Actually, I probably should talk about this. I lied to my mother this week. I'm not proud of it.
What? How could you?
Rocky, put a pin in that for just a second. Completely outraged at Rocky's lies. Tegan Somerset.
I say, woman who lies to her mother semi-regularly.
Oh, shit.
No, Mom, I don't swear on my podcast. Mom's never gonna find it anyway. She does not give a flying fuck about video games.
Oh, man. That's excellent. No, I have to warn all my family members because I remember my aunt found out that I had a podcast because I assume my mom told her. And she asked about my podcast, and I'm just like, hi, yeah, we talk about video games. I have to warn you, we do swear pretty often. I apologize in advance. There has not been a single follow-up to that message.
We're explicit on the iTunes store.
We are also explicit on the iTunes store. I think we're explicit on Spotify, too,
Yep,
right?
we are.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, and our illustrious host, Yowie Zowie, a.k.a. Brian Cartwright.
Yeah. You like how I figured out I can do that on the Twitter now?
It's pretty solid, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what, changing your name? Is that what you discovered?
Yeah. I'm so excited. It's hot.
It's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah. I was retired into the sea for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now I'm Yowie Zowie.
I was actually debating because, there's The Lonely Island, who I actually really like. They put out a Netflix special this past week. I can't remember the entire subtitle, but I believe it's the Unauthorized Bash Brothers experience. And there's a song in it featuring Sia, in which the movie they had Sterling K. Brown voice sync with Sia's lyrics, and he just keeps singing silk robes and kimonos. And I was really tempted to change my Twitter name to that, yesterday. Excellent. It just felt so good, man. Silk robes and kimonos. Oh my god!
I gotta watch that. I don't remember there being any prior announcement. I feel like it was kind of a surprise.
Oh yeah, surprise drop.
Yeah.
They definitely did that. Maya Rudolph's in it, and Hannah Simone's in it. They try to hit on Hannah Simone, it doesn't work. Her hair is kind of crazy in that, though. But it was also the late 80s. I'm not super mad about it.
I did fall down a Netflix hole recently with something that I feel didn't really have much in the way of prior announcement, which was this show called I Think You Should Leave.
Sick.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait. I think.
Is it British cringe humor?
Or is it about couples who are in bad relationships?
I would definitely call it cringe humor. I wouldn't. It is not British.
Damn. Okay.
It's created by Tim Robinson, who was on SNL for I think a year, maybe 2.
I think 2 sounds about right.
Yeah. And he was always really good, and he was always really underutilized. I remember he had this skit back on SNL where it was him and Seth MacFarlane are trying to sell Amish stuff. And they're telling people how to buy the Amish merch from them. Oh God, what was it? Was it like wooden spoons? Yes, it's wooden spoons. It's like, and he's like, yes, go to woodenspoonwarehouse.com. Double V, double V, and like each letter he provides a different description for, and like the S is like the river what took my son.
Right.
Yeah, and so like this show is got like just some like weird absurdist humor in it. Like there's a skit which starts with like there's all these people like shopping in like a place that looks like a men's warehouse, and then you hear this loud crash, and you cut to like the front window of the place. And someone has crashed what looks like the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile through the front window of the store.
Jeez.
And like they pan back to the audience, and there's a guy dressed in a hot dog suit. He's like, "Who would do that?" And they're like, obviously you did it. Obviously you're the guy who was driving the Wienermobile. He's like, you don't know that.
But I saw you.
Yeah, there's no. And they're like, we saw you get out of the car. And he's like, well, if I'm so bad, then somebody should spank my bottom. And I'm like,
oh Jesus.
And I'm like, this skit, which started out being about a guy dressed as a hot dog crashing a hot dog car into a men's warehouse, is now about a man dressed as a hot dog asking for a spanking. I'm here for this.
All right.
There was a whole other bit about like somebody buying like Jim Davis's house, and like it's like decorated with all this like Garfield shit, and so they decide to have a friend's like intervention for his alcoholism in the Garfield house.
Okay. Jeez.
And they're like, yeah, you need help. And like this one was like, yeah, and you never acknowledge the fact that I bought Jim Davis's house complete with all this Jim Davis stuff in it. You obviously have a problem. And she keeps on bringing the intervention back to the Jim Davis house, like while this guy's like sitting there on this Odie chair getting like intervened on. Very solid. As a bonus, like episodes are only like 15 minutes. So you could like literally knock out the whole season in 2 hours.
I've actually seen a lot of Netflix taking on 15-minute like format stuff. I think it's kind of weird. But then again, I grew up with 22 and like grew into 44, so
yeah.
I don't know.
I think it probably has more to do with like how terrible our culture is now. There's all this social pressure to like watch everything and do everything.
Wait, that's not our fault. Brian, that's not our fault. Okay. So like, because back in the days long past when there were like 5 TV channels and like everyone watched like the same thing, everyone would be able to watch like the same show and then talk about it like collectively. That was part of the culture. But now that like we have like 500 channels, and not only 500 channels, but like with maybe 200 of them with stuff that's worth watching, everyone's like really divided, like in terms of like the culture. But the only reason that's a problem is because we are still clinging to the idea that everyone should be able to talk about whatever we saw. And like, I think if we free ourselves from that expectation, we'll be able to have more like organic exchanges in terms of the culture. The only reason that we care about everyone being able to talk about everything is because we need to share the experience of talking before like before we explain what we're talking about. But if people, I guess, like become more oriented towards listening and absorbing other people's experiences through talking instead of sharing them in like a particular context, like we could still talk about TV and it'd be like a rewarding experience. But like that impulse isn't like ours, you know? It came from like before us. Or maybe before me. That's the way I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I think I could see that. I think there's probably also like I think Twitter makes it very, very easy to go along with the idea that an experience isn't worth having unless the experience can be shared real time and people think things about it. You know, like, I'm watching this Game of Thrones finale. It's so disappointing. Man, speaking of which, fuck that Game of Thrones meme that happened last week. It sucked.
There's like a million of those, man. You got to be specific.
Yeah, you gotta be more specific than that, my dude.
The one which is like, this shot should be taught in every film school.
What do you mean? That was a really good shot. With like the mother of dragons with the dragon wings.
I can't tell if I'm being clowned right now.
No, I'm not clowning on you. That was a really good shot. Like Mother of Dragons, the CGI thing.
The whole meme that came out of it, like, people were like posting like various...
Oh, like random stuff? Like, this should be taught. Yeah, like, I mean, that's just like, sure, man. Why does that meme have to die? What's wrong with it?
The meme had like something like 7 different meanings in the space of like 24 hours.
Yeah, that's definitely
that's
true.
What
so like by the
memes.
time we got to like... What's that?
That's what happens with memes.
Yeah, the Tegan's our foremost memeologist. Like, she definitely knows.
It's weird because like in the space of a day, like what it landed on meaning was, I'm enjoying this schadenfreude, and if you don't enjoy this particular schadenfreude, you're a piece of shit. And I thought that was a weird place to get to in the space of a day.
I'm not sure if that's the dominant theory, at least relating to this particular meme. We can check Know Your Meme, where like it's cataloged. But from my understanding, like the way that memes proliferate, and Tegan, you can correct me if I'm wrong, usually there is like some instance of the meme, and then people will try to like, you know, derive other meaning from it, and then they spread, and then they coalesce into, I guess, an accepted meaning after, say, a couple of months. Well, depending on how big the meme is. Sometimes it takes about a month.
And sometimes it takes like 7 days.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that's like the thesis of that particular meme, that like I enjoyed it and if you didn't, you're a piece of shit.
No. All right. So how we landed there, like how we landed on that as the meaning for the meme was like someone posted a picture of Nigel Farage with with the fucking milkshake all over him after somebody threw the milkshake at him, and they posted it with this shot should be taught in every film class. Is it like, you should enjoy Nigel Farage like having a milkshake thrown on them? And so then like people started posting like pictures of like various like, you know, right wing pieces of shit getting dunked on, or
because now that's fair game, right?
Right. And it was like, okay, so because the picture of Nigel Farage with the milkshake on it got so much traction, it was like, now the thing to do is to like post a picture of some right wing fascie having a bad time, generally through something just like weirdly inopportune, like the kind of thing that you would generally just play Curb Your Enthusiasm music over,
sure,
to keep it on HBO. Only now it gets this caption. It's funny because like I think that if you just took somebody out of the meme ecosystem for like a day, and then put them back, and they're like, okay. They're going to be like, I'm completely confused. Why is everybody using this that way now? Like, what? Why is... I thought she was a dragon lady and she was mean.
Okay. I think the memers are a bit more resilient to, like, memes than that. But what I think I should say is I think that meme actually still belongs to film Twitter. And I might be wrong, but I think the idea of trashing fascies with the meme is more like capitalizing of a newly discovered weakness of like right-wing fascist like faces, which is embarrassing them in public. I think that's where the whole milkshake thing is born from. Mm-hmm. Is that like they are very vulnerable to being embarrassed in public, and like they hate being laughed at, and taking new opportunities to laugh at them, I think is productive, or at least they think it's productive. It appears to be, from what I can tell. I don't think that's the dominant expression of the meme at this point. I've definitely seen more film Twitter stuff than that, but I also have a pretty curated timeline, so I'm not entirely sure. I can't speak for the whole like Twitterverse.
Okay.
Yeah, I've also seen I've seen that iteration that Brian's saying, but I've mostly seen the anime Twitter response, which is people putting it over different types of animation and being like, this should be taught. And some of it's, like, really good, and some of it's really shit, and it's all just, like, people need to be taught about animation.
Tegan, I think it's entirely possible that, like, those are two different people trying two different things with this ridiculous meme. Also, when the fuck did this meme become content?
All memes are content.
Yeah, all
Brian.
memes are content, my dude.
Oh no.
I don't know how you missed that boat, but whatever.
Also, you brought it here,
Yeah,
man.
that's
I
your
know.
fault. You brought it. You gave it to us to feast upon.
And it was delicious.
I think like Memer A, who's posting a picture of good animation, is doing so in the mode of like the modern world and approaching things with sincerity. And I think that Memer B is attempting to go into the lulz mind and return with lulz. Like they're like, heh, please look at this turd.
Brian, I want to take a moment to say I'm actually a little proud that like you consider the modern world's orientation to be that of sincerity.
I think that irony is mostly dead.
Oh man.
Either I sound really naive saying that, or hopefully I just sound contemporary and with it.
I was hoping for like optimistic, but it's cool. Well, keep it rolling.
Oh no, man! Like irony's dead. You know, fuck irony. Take it out back and shoot it. If some guy shows up to your party, like, and he's like wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and he starts talking about how bad the shirt is, make him leave.
Oh yeah, because that's like anti-fashion. That's so lame. I'm not down with that.
Just stop. Like, this is so bad. Like, no. Like, if you have the emotional horsepower to be like, I enjoy liking this because I think that it would be correct to hate it. Like, just stop.
Okay, so like Brian's anti-irony culture, possibly anti-hipsters, but definitely anti-ugly sweater parties.
Aw, ugly sweater parties are fun. What? Ugly sweater parties are fun! I get to wear something I like unironically, and everyone thinks like, oh, that's dumb, and I'm like, no, this is fucking great. I love this thing.
Ooh.
So Tegan's using ugly sweater party as the mix-up, like that Dio sweater, which is just like, you thought this was an ugly sweater, but it was me, Dio.
I had the fucking best ugly sweater for my last year at work, and it was pink, and it had a big tinsel Santa face on it. And it said, I slay, SLEIGH. In tinsel. In red and green tinsel. It was so good. I saw a sweater and I was like, it's fabulous. And I wore it to my ugly sweater party. And everyone thought it was like, that's the best ugly sweater here. And I'm like, fuck yeah, it is. This is great. I love that sweater.
Shout out to Tegan. Oh man, that's a vibe. I'm all the way with it.
Wear things you love. Fuck with people.
True. That is a legitimate like fashion choice. I'm all the way about it.
Yeah. Shit. This segment brought to you by memes. If you have questions about memes, please consult your local meme board. You can find them in the phone book if you still have a phone book.
Or your resident memeologist.
Yeah.
I want to be a resident memeologist.
Rocky.
Yes.
Tell us about the various things.
Oh, well, as you guys know, I play video games.
You do?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I've played a couple this week, or a handful is what I should say. I've played a lot of Dragon Quest XI, and I think I got to like the first ending, which felt like an ending. Got a huge cinematic cutscene. It was bright and colorful, but when I finished, instead of saying like New Game Plus or whatever, it just like put a shining star next to my save file. And when I reopened it, the game sent me back in time to play like another timeline or whatever. And like, that was cool. But like, I thought I was done 50 hours into this game, and it turns out I'm at 70, and I still got at least 3 more dungeons to do.
Jesus.
I am truly horrified. This game, it's like... So the game is pretty, and it's fun, and it doesn't seem to be that deep, but it's really big. If I had known going in that, like, I didn't have to worry too much about battling, that I could just kind of fuck off and, like, do stuff kind of ad infinitum, and there's a lot of story, like, possibly 80 to 100 hours of story. You know what? I feel like Joe told me this, and, like, I didn't...
Listen?
Yeah, that sounds like something I did. I think Joe told me that these games are actually really big, and I just did not put that together.
You didn't believe him?
I really should have, because he's played, like, almost all of the Dragon Quests, and this is, like, my first one. It's like, God, I'm an asshole. Holy shit. But,
You heard it here first, Joe!
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe. Please forgive me. But the game is pretty cool. Like, once I, like, stopped trying to, like, push, like, the battle system, like, I tried min-maxing, I tried, like, avoiding grinding, and it just made the game less fun, and, in some cases, like, impassable, which is why I put it down for, like, 4 months. But, you know, when I got over myself, and I just sat down and, like, did my fights and got through the story is really cool. The characters are a lot of fun. They have funny accents, people talking haikus. There's a lot of jokes. There are a lot of jokes. I'm having a lot of fun. It's just I'm on hour 70 and I have no idea when it'll end. But I'm hoping around 80 hours, possibly 100. Because, like, I think I found the real big bad now, which, like, the big bad I beat before, no one really said he was the big bad. They just figured he was. And it just turns out we were wrong. But, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that. I've been playing Sushi Striker because I found it on clearance. Because my big gripe with the game is that it felt fun. I just didn't want to pay $60 for it. So I paid $26 for it instead.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is definitely a game made for children to, like, you know, try to figure out, like, how quickly to swipe or move your control stick or whatever. But, like, I'm just, like, swiping like a madman and just bullying everything in this game. But the fun part is that, like, the system has enough depth to, like, remain interesting. And, like, the cutscenes are, like, basically like a children's anime, like a 10 a.m. Sunday morning in the 90s, like, anime. And that's cool. I'm having fun with it. Especially, like, at work where I get, like, 10 minutes or so to just, like, chill out and turn my brain off. Like, I just, like, swipe through stuff and then laugh at this, like, dumb sushi empire they're fighting over sushi. There's one part of the world that decides, you know what, we're the only ones that get to have sushi. And then there's their opposition, the Sushi Liberation Front.
Yep.
Whose best soldiers are literal children.
Literal children who are just like, man, I like making sushi. It's fun.
Like, the real world, Tegan, like, they don't let you touch fish in a sushi chef's kitchen for years.
Right?
And this kid just fucks around. He's just throwing sushi at people.
Yeah, he's like, all right, let's go. Let's get it. And you're just like, what?
I'm like, what?
Who gave you permission?
And I'm meeting child soldiers.
Where is your mother?
And, like, oh no, whenever the kids ask, like, why did your parents let you join this evil army? It's like, I don't have parents. I'm an orphan. And I'm only a weapon. That's what they told me. A weapon that uses sushi. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, guys, what?
How are you? What is a weapon that uses sushi? Please explain this in further detail. I don't understand.
It is so silly. But it's fun, and, like, the swiping through things to, like, get, like, your sushi combos or whatever, like, is pretty simple. But honestly, like, the AI is, like, dumb enough that if you're just, like, swiping 3 pieces of sushi of the same color at one time, like these little tiny swipes, you can still progress through the game. Like, I've done it. But now I'm just like, no, I need to get, like, this 24 sushi plate combo, and I'm going for it. And it's pretty neat. I'm having fun with that. And then Square Enix put out a live letter.
As opposed to a dead one?
Well, it's live because, like, they essentially read it on air. Like, instead of just, like, giving us, like, patch notes or whatever, like, they get on stream and they sit on stage and they, like, go through, like, the game, like, playing stuff, telling us what's going to happen. And so, like, they give us details that you wouldn't normally get out of, like, just reading patch notes.
Gotcha. Okay.
They did their stream, which was, like, 4 hours long. I don't recommend reading through that unless you really care about the game. But they were talking about the new expansions coming out in July, and there's a bunch of characters that are getting pretty significant reworks, and, like, they changed some things about the system to, like, simplify things because, you know, they want new people to jump in on the expansion. And we got to see a bit more of the world and how some of the tech works out. And then they did this thing, Tegan, where they did the new like job ability showcase, where like they basically take off all the UI, so you don't see health bars or like meters or anything. Well, sometimes you see meters because they want you to see what the new like character specific meters look like.
Right.
And they take like every character class and like show like the new tech that they're able to do. And I realized that because I remember watching one of these, like when the second expansion came out, like before I actually got into the game, and like I had no idea what was going on. But like watching it like now, like knowing how like the characters work, especially knowing how like my character classes work, and I watched the new shit that they put out and I lost it, Tegan. Like I was flipping tables. I was like yelling in my apartment, running around and shit. And so like I'm very excited to get those classes in my hands. Like, I'm finally getting, like, a buff that, like, I've been asking for 5 years. And then, like, the new, like, healer tech that my character gets looks super, like, pretty and cool. I am a little disappointed that they're trying to take DPSing away from healers, which is, like, kind of lame. But, like, a lot of the DPS are getting reworked, and a couple of them, like, look really good, like machinists. Like, you get... Instead of having, like, your one gun and, like, a turret, you get to, like, summon a robot that fights at your side, and you get, like, 8 guns, including a gun that, like, fires a drill at someone.
Okay.
Yeah, and, like, the Dark Knight gets, like, you basically get, like, the Shadow Clone jutsu, where you can, like, summon a clone that, like, double attacks enemies with you, and, like, that it looks super cool, Tegan. I'm really excited. So that came up, and, Brian didn't play his toothbrushing game, so we don't know what's going on with this fucking oligarch, and the culture will suffer for it.
Man!
I'm a bad person, but I'm paying my penance.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. When I went to play a video game I wanted to play this week, Rocky, instead of jiggling the oligarch. I got a Plague Tale Innocence.
Oh, yeah, that's a game that you want to play.
Yep, and I was super stoked, mega excited, and I went through the disc into my Xbox One, and the drive proceeded to not spin, and I was like, uh-oh. So I went to the troubleshooting section, and it said, hey, a small number of launch Xbox Ones will have a problem where the disk drive does not spin if you have the quick power on enabled. So try turning off the quick power on, do a hard reboot for your device, and then see if it'll read your disk. And so then I did that, and it then still didn't see the disk. So I was like, all right, let me just double check to make sure this isn't the disk. Took it out, put a different disk in. That also did not spin. And I'm like, yep, my disk drive's fucked.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you think Microsoft will let you trade in for a boneless Xbox?
Well, I don't want a boneless Xbox because I have several bones for my box.
You don't want a boneless Xbox?
I don't.
Well, to be fair, they're only Microsoft Nuggets, Tegan.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah. Like, I have enough games that I have already purchased. If I was starting from the ground floor, Rocky, I might consider a boneless Xbox. It's not really a console, which I see myself, like, wanting to collect physical media for. Like, being like, I want to hold this physical object. But I already have enough games on discs that switching to a boneless box would be a pretty big hassle with a significant expense associated with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta go buy me a new console, I guess. I don't know what I have to do with this one. Like,
trade it in.
What, so somebody can give me $30 for my fucking, like...
Yeah, and you put it towards your new one.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be $30.
That's fucking $30 you're saving, at least.
Oh, it's horse shit.
Okay, so...
Brian has enough money that he doesn't have to trade in his own console. He's just gonna toss it in the garbage.
Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is that's horseshit. Is that, like... Because here's what's gonna happen, is that, like, that is going to get sent to some warehouse with a troll who's going to remove the shit drive in it. Yep. And then they're going to put a new drive in it. Mm-hmm. That drive that they bought for it is a literal fucking $15 part that I can't swap out myself. And then they're going to put the thing that they gave me $30 for back on a shelf for $200 with a label that says, "Congratulations, Brian, go fuck yourself." Meanwhile, I will have purchased a fucking new console for like $250. Ugh. Absolute fucking robbery. Like, I would much prefer to be able to go somewhere and be like, "My disk drive doesn't work. Please put a new disk drive in this console."
Well,
also, go ahead.
You can do that. You just have to tell, like, Microsoft.
And wait 35 years for them to return my console.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a potentiality, yeah.
These are choices you're making, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's either get fucked by someone who's going to resell the console for more than 4 times what they're going to give me for it.
Yep.
Or wait 1,100 years.
Welcome to capitalism. Pick your poison.
I didn't ask for this.
I don't think any of us did, man. But, like, you can ask for it to change. It's difficult to say whether or not you'll be effective or they will listen, but you can ask for it to change.
They do listen sometimes.
That's true, yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog got pushed.
It did.
Yep. I hope that push was because some of the internet was like, "Hey guys, great that you're replacing that hedgehog and all, but I don't want to pay the blood price for this hedgehog."
It's kind of been happening the whole time, man.
We've been paying the blood price all along.
No, that, like, people that have been wanting the hedgehog to change were adamant that they didn't want the animators to suffer because of this executive decision.
Yep. Like the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
It is good that the hedgehog got pushed. I still don't think people are going to go see it with a fresh hedgehog, because I think that the things that people don't like about that trailer are only kinda about the appearance of the hedgehog. Here's a reminder, boys and girls, James Marsden still sucks.
Be nice to James Marsden. He's doing his best.
Well, he doesn't have to do it around me.
Well, I mean, like, at this point, I think you'd be walking to James Marsden's space. He's definitely doing his thing. It's just like, if you want to be there or not.
You know, like Cyclops can Cyclops elsewhere.
Okay, like, I wouldn't have picked him for Cyclops ever, but, like, that's a whole other thing.
No reasonable person would have. That's, like, man, like, so many of the fucking, like, X-Men were woefully miscast.
I know why they picked James Marsden, because, like, to be honest, like, you know, James Marsden has always been the second fiddle, like, loser in rom-coms. From a particular reading of X-Men, that's Cyclops' entire life, but, like, that's not entirely Cyclops.
Dude, just thinking of other people that were in that first batch of X-Men.
I didn't like the Nightcrawler. I thought Mystique was okay.
I feel like she was one of the few, like Alan Cumming as, like, Nightcrawler was, like, eh.
Mm-hmm.
Rebecca Romaine as Mystique was, like, pretty good.
Right.
Famke Janssen as Jean Grey, I feel like that was a miss.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
I don't like Jean Grey.
Like, as a character?
Yeah.
Or, like...
I don't like her.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Jean Grey would have been... well, she's compelling when she gets to her, like, her Phoenix storyline, but I think, like, Famke Janssen...
boring. Jean Grey's a boring character. Dark Phoenix is okay.
They definitely, like, neglected writing her until, like, she got to Phoenix.
And then she's just okay.
Yeah.
She's just okay. In her edgiest storyline. It's like, Meh. She's okay.
And I hate to say this, because, like, well, I do like Dark Phoenix. I think that arc...
Your favorite character is Rogue. Don't fucking lie.
Me? Oh,
yeah,
I love
she looks
Rogue.
just like that girl from fucking Harvest Moon.
Yeah, I know. I know,
you saw
Tegan.
those bleached bangs and you were like, that's my girl. Fuck.
That's how it started. Then I stayed for the Creole accent. Like,
good call, good call.
Gambit, like Rogue finally getting together at some point in the mid-2000s. That was my jam. I had a really good time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like Dark Phoenix was mostly like an excuse to crack ship Phoenix and Wolverine, and like I didn't like that. Otherwise, I don't know why they really gave her that power for that particular storyline. Like, given the other things that she could have been able to do, but like meh. Mm-hmm. Well, good luck to Sophie Turner. Yeah. Wait, was okay, no. The actress's name is Emma Stone, but there is a like character in X-Men who I believe her first name is Emma. Her thing is Diamonds and Psychic Powers.
Yeah.
That also dates Scott Summers. Mm-hmm. Is she in like the original X-Men Fox trilogy?
No.
No, right? Okay. So
she was in the reboot First Class, I think, as like a villain.
That's right.
Yeah, the original Fox trilogy, I believe, features lame Cyclops, lame Jean Grey, lame
Pyro,
Lame Storm.
Iceman, Storm.
Wait, are you calling Halle Berry
Pride.
the lame Storm?
Halle Berry is not lame, but she was miscast.
Halle Berry's not lame, but
Okay.
Storm was poorly written.
I'll accept those points.
I'm on the alternate side of that. Halle Berry, okay. Storm, bad script. Anyway, Kitty Pryde, Iceman, Pyro. Like,
Iceman was supposed to be busted, and he was just kind of a kid.
He was just He was he was very much a kid, but he was like a boring kid.
Yeah, he really came across as who's this fucking geek. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And Pyro was all like, I'm gonna be a bad boy. A bad boy. No one understands me. I set shit on fire.
That's how they did, like, every Firekin. Like, no, you know what? That's just Fox and, like, characters that can light themselves on fire. Yep. That's how they ruined 2 Human Torches. Like, because they wrote them the exact same way.
Human Torch is just like, sweet. I am always warm. This is amazing. I want a girl Human Torch where she's just like, I'm not cold. I can wear a dress that has no sleeves and not be cold in this office environment. Fuck yeah. And just like looking cute all the time.
Okay, are you down for a Rule 63 Human Torch? Possibly like in the MCU.
I'm sorry, what's Rule 63?
Rule 63 is an internet rule that states any character has a gender-bent version of them on the internet. Mm-hmm. So, like, the idea is that, like, since Human Torch is, classically a male character, maybe in a reboot of the Fantastic Four, which I think is on the MCU's docket, since they have classically fucked that up, and it's mostly Fox, that's definitely fair. But if Marvel made a female Human Torch in, like, the new Fantastic Four.
I could be down for that. Y'all ever see the unreleased Fantastic Four movie? You gone down that dark path?
No.
No. I have not.
Okay. Are you aware that this thing exists?
No.
I am now.
Yeah, now I am.
Okay. So, in 1994,
sure,
Roger Corman had the rights to the Fantastic Four for a movie. Mm-hmm. Ooh, it was not great. There's definitely a shot of fucking Mr. Fantastic in a limousine sticking his long, stretchy arm out the top of the limo. And it's obviously just this, like, really bad prop arm that somebody in the limo is just, like, swinging back and forth.
Okay.
Because you can't see them because of the tinted windows. So you just look at this, like, long, bendy arm, like, yep, I'm Mr. Fantastic, waving from inside a limo. And it's just, it's super not great. I'm pretty sure that the guy who plays Mr. Fantastic is fucking David Hyde Pierce. No, he just looks like him. And his name is Alex Hyde White.
Oh boy.
Damn, they shared a middle name? Is it like a clan thing?
So, like, no, that's not confusing at all. But yeah, they made this whole fucking movie. Everything, there's end credits that roll and everything, all all the special effects are done. Like, it does not look like a movie that is unfinished. They finished it. There were screenings for the press. They got that far, and they're like, "Yep, fuck it."
No, hold on, real quick. I need to show you guys this image that I found of the cast, and like, I have some questions.
Oh, please share.
It's a promotional image, I'm assuming.
Wow, what is this? Wow! That is betrayal by the thing! Who did that? Who did that? Got no
Guys,
nose and all lips. What the fuck? He's like a rock Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
That's exactly what he is.
Guys, I'm pretty sure we found our next watch along.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
Not like this. I just like how, like, under Miss Fantastic, it's higher than everyone else's. Like, it's right above her chest, and it says lies. That's just it. I have no context for this, but this is some messaging, man.
I don't need any context. This is great.
Oh my goodness.
She's blonde and a woman. Obviously, we put the word lies on her.
Lies. And then Human Torch is just conspiracy?
Yeah, conspiracy, but he's reaching out, like, take my hand.
Oh God, yeah. There were trailers for this thing in theaters. Like, 'cause they thought they were putting this fucking movie out. Like, man. Oh. I'm sorry, I've got a trailer up right now, and I'm just... Ooh. Man, friends. Ooh. This is such a trip to Yikesville.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I believe that. Makes a lot of sense.
Man. So I guess stay tuned for that, gentle listener.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to watch that unreleased Fantastic Four movie, give you our hottest takes. Maybe that's the time we do a live watch along and invite our listeners into the rabbit room with us.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. That might be the ticket. So yeah, Sonic got pushed. I guess that's where that all came from.
Yeah.
And today, once again, Shattering Illusions, listeners, no, we did not record this incredibly early Wednesday morning. We record on Saturdays. And tonight is Double or Nothing, which is like a really big deal for wrestling, because it is the launch of a new company which is going to finally be of the scale to compete with WWE in the United States and globally, which is important for a whole litany of reasons, not the least of which is like labor practices and treating people better and all that good shit. And WWE is like pretty much an evil company which does evil things. Like, they're fucking playing Saudi Arabia 2 weeks from now. And so seeing a new company get off the ground and give people a place to go, which is not there if they want to like make as much money as possible, is like exciting. And the card is a lot more reflective of like what people want to see, as opposed to like what a 74-year-old Dracula thinks people want to see. Like the main event is Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho, and like I'm so glad to see like Joshi action on the card. Like, there's a 6-woman tag match, like Aja Khan, Yuka Sakazaki, Emi Sakura versus Hikaru Shida, Ryo, and Ryo Mizunami, and that's going to be a fucking great match. Super good. So, fully expect in the next episode Brian to have a field report. It's going to be great. It's so weird. Dude, Marv Albert, he was calling like the... Shit, what game was it? Like, it was on TNT, and it was like Thursday, and like they put up a thing on screen for the pay-per-view, and I'm like, Marv Albert's out here plugging a pay-per-view.
That's wild.
And it's so wild because it's been so long since there's been mainstream wrestling in the US, which is not WWE at that scale, that like, you know, here's a pay-per-view plug during the NBA playoffs. Also, shout outs to Marv Albert for mispronouncing Jericho. He's like, Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho.
Jericho!
Yeah. Good job, Marv Albert. Yeah, no, it looks cool. Like, also, I saw some, like, notifications, because there's, like, a convention going on around the pay-per-view in Las Vegas called StarCast, and I saw StarCast put out some stuff on Twitter, which was to, like, people who are attending the events at StarCast, and I'm like, this is some typical fucking shit right here. One was, like, the casino would like for you to stop cosplaying wrestlers. Please stop. The casinos are all like, we have rules against wearing costumes on the gaming floor.
There's too many heists, man.
Yeah, so they're like, please stop cosplaying wrestlers in the casino. And I was like, oh, okay. And then out came like the second strong eye mission. Also, please stop vaping at the StarCast events.
Jeez.
And I'm just picturing all these people sitting around in fucking full cosplay of Stone Cold Steve Austin vaping, and I'm like,
yes.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Accurate.
Yeah. Oh, man. Good times. Tegan. Apparently you've been a sleuthin'.
Yeah, cyber sleuthin'. I was confused for a second. I was like, we did Detective Pikachu already. I was very lost. No, yes. Cyber sleuthin'. Yes. Yes, me and my half cybernetic body have been cruising around the internet of one building in downtown Tokyo.
Okay.
Dude, it's great. I go into air conditioners. I go to fighting websites. I explored a haunted life doll thing where if you leave the dolls in your simulation, they kill you in real life.
Oh, God.
I don't know what happened with this guy. Was just like, I can't log out. What? And like, that was it. That's where it ended. There's no follow-up to that storyline. He's just fucking stuck, I guess. Whatever. Oh, God. I abandoned him 2 chapters ago. I have no idea what's wrong.
Damn, rip him.
He just like there was this thing, and she's like, my son, he won't come out of his room, and he bought one of those life dolls, and like, he won't come out. And it's like, okay. So I went in, and it's like, hey dude, like, this is not reality, this is like a game. And he's like, no, this is reality, look, my dolls are here, I ordered them online, and now they're here. It's like, no, you are in the computer, my dude. Like, try to log out. Just do it. And he's like, nah, I'm home. I'm cool. And I was like, all right. And then I left. And then he was like, well, let's just give it a shot anyway. What do you mean no place to log out to? And like, that's where it ended. That's it. I don't know. But now I gotta fight a machine Dramana. He's too hard. He's too big and he's too hard. And I don't know how I'm gonna beat him.
Tegan, I believe.
I'm gonna need Anjumon and Anjumon and maybe Magna. Well, really, I'm gonna need Magna Anjumon probably, and definitely Anjumon, and maybe I'll get myself a Shikakumon. I don't know. It's too hard. He's a Mega Level Digimon. I don't have the data to hold a Mega Level Digimon yet. I can hold a bunch of ultimates, though. I just can't hold a Mega and all my ultimates. I need more data. I need more RAM!
Oh, man.
There's all kinds of shit going on, though. Like, there's a conspiracy with this big, like, company that runs this place, the, like, cybernetic world thing, hub thing called Eden, where, like, you go into Eden, you, like, plug yourself into Eden, and then it's, like, VR, but you can like, telecommute via VR. God, it's fucking weird. I don't know. It's weird. You could like do everything in this VR world except eat. You have to still like eat in the real world. And like
gotta log off sometime, jeez.
Right? And like I'm teaming up with all these I only have half a body. I have a half cybernetic body and a half real body. And my actual real body is in a coma.
Okay. Wait, which half of your body is like in the digital space?
The part that also physically walks around in the real world.
Okay.
The part of my body that's not in a coma is...
So it's like bottom half in the digital world, top half in the real world.
It's like, actual body in the real world, brain in the digital world and the real world.
Okay.
Body just functioning in a coma. Brain operating digital body that could just, like, jump into people's cell phones and shit.
Neat. Alright, I'm back in.
Like, hold on, like, I hold my hand up to a screen and I just thump right in, and I'm just like, does no one think that's weird? Does no one, like, I do this in front of people, does no one think it's weird? I don't know. They don't address it. Nah.
Alright.
They keep calling me a boy, even though I'm using the girl avatar. I think it's, bad translation. Because they keep being like, you like this girl? And I'm just like, no. And they're like, yeah, I don't know why she would like a guy like you. And I'm like, boobs. Boobs. Like, stop calling me a guy. Like a man. Like a boy. They keep using that. And I'm just like, my character's got very prominent boobs that don't move when I run. There are no boob physics in this game. 0. The boob physics that exist don't matter. Because they don't... I don't know. You know how some games have too much boob physics?
I am very aware of them, yes.
This has, like, I have boobs that, like, my shirt is suctioned around these boobs. They do not move. They don't move at all.
Y'all remember that Player 2 Chun-Li boob physics when Street Fighter V launched and it was just Player 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But, like, other than that, like, there's a whole other game after this. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, which is a companion game where, like, you run around following after, like, sort of following after what the protagonist in the first game did, but it's, like, a whole other story. So you do, like, different shit, but you keep, like, kind of running into, like, you see the back of your character doing shit. And you're just like, oh, well, I'm gonna go over here and do this other shit. Because I came here to do a thing, and it's a good thing that protagonist from that other game is distracting the bad guy so I can do this other thing.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah! I'm on, like, chapter 10. Or chapter 11. And there's 24 chapters. And I got to chapter 8 before I realized that, like, I had memory upgrades sitting in my storage, and I should probably use them.
Wait, do you have them right now?
No, I mean, you use them to upgrade your memory, like, because you're part computer, so you could just, like, eat them. And then you can have more Digimon with you. I don't know where they go, they're just called memory upgrades, and you just click use, and it goes bing, and I'm like, it's in my consumables pocket. Am I eating these? Because I'm part computer? Hum num 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 num. Now I could have 6 Digimon with me. Yay! Apparently I'm gonna be able to have, like, 12 with me or something? 9, 12, something like that. With me at one point. And that'll be great! Especially when they're all megas, cause fuck this. Fuck this! Everyone else is really strong Digimon except me! I'm trying to raise them with love!
Well, yeah, that's the anime thing. I'm with it.
It's hard! The other girl, okay, so, like, you're hanging out with, like, 2 people who are, like, your friends, and they maybe have, it's called Eden Syndrome, where, like, your body's in a coma, but you're still, like, running around. They may also have Eden Syndrome, and I'm not 100% sure if they do also, but I definitely do. And, like, the one guy has just one Digimon. He's got that Digimon from, Fuck, what's the movie? Shit! The one where it launches a nuke at Ty? God damn it. What's that one? Where they're like, you know what I'm talking about. It's a virus
Boku no War Game?
Yeah, Boku no War Game. Yeah. He's got that one. He's got that fucking scary thing. He's got, that's his partner.
Isn't it like Omnimon or something?
No,
Omnimon's later.
No, Omnimon is, yeah, whatever. No, it's this thing. Oh, God. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's like a fucking scary-ass bug. Scary bug. He's got that as his partner. And it's like ultimate level, and it will not die. Like, if I'm doing like a group battle, and like he like fights with me, his thing can take as many fucking hits as it wants, and it will never die. And my Digimon will always die, and it sucks. And then, the other girl I'm running around with, who's like, she's decided to start her own hacker rebellion, even though she's not a hacker, and it's they're called the Rebels. She's just leading the Rebels, the other hackers. I don't know. She's like charismatic or something. She's bad at describing things, and people are like, yeah, I'll join your group, whatever the fuck. Her fucking Digimon, on the first goddamn try, warped Digivolve to Mega level, for no reason, and then they had no fighting experience, and they're just like, yeah, we're Megas now, because we're connected to you with our hearts. And I'm like, bitch, please. And then the next time I saw her, they fucking Digivolved! And they're Omegamon now! They're just fucking hanging out as Omegamon! That's not fair! That's not fair! I just got to ultimate level, and she's got fucking Omegamon! That's not fair! I'm working my ass off! She's got like this...
This really reminds me of Pokemon, where like Blue just happens to have like stronger Pokemon all the time. It's just like, I was grinding, like, what the shit? I mean, sometimes you can outgrind them, but, like, that wasn't my experience. Usually I just run into them, like, why are your Pokemon all, like, 5 levels higher than me? What the fuck?
Right? You're just like, you can't control those. You don't have the badges for that. We just beat this gym. You don't have the badge for that.
Yeah.
Why does your Pokemon know that move? That's an egg move. Why does he know that move? It's just like that. It's just like that. What the fuck?
Oh, man.
I'm working my ass off here. I have a Lady Devimon in my party and I'm mad about it. I don't want Lady Devimon in my party. She's the strongest virus type I have.
Fuck.
I only want to use angels.
How many angel Digimon are there anyways?
A lot. I mean, there's Angemon and Angewoman, and then Magnum Angemon and Seraphimon, and fucking... what's her face? Ophanimon, and technically also Ophanimon Fall Down mode, and then Lucimon. Technically, Devimon and Lady Devimon are angel Digimon, they're just fallen angel Digimon, which then, like, Lucimon is also a fallen angel Digimon, because he's like a half angel, half fallen angel Digimon, and then there's the DNA Digivolution of Angewoman and Lady Devimon, which is just like, literally, like, you cut both of them down the middle and then stuck them together and you're done. And then there's, like, the holy Digimon that aren't necessarily angels, but are definitely, like, holy beings, like Holy Dramon and Cherubimon and Shikakumon, who looks like a giant...
Wait, Cherubimon's not an angel? Like, I thought,
Cherubimon's, one of the 3 holy beast Digimon. It's Cherubimon, Seraphimon, and Ophanimon, and they're, like, in charge of all the angelic Digimon. But Cherubimon doesn't have, like, the traditional angel look.
Yeah, like, wings and whatnot.
Yeah, he's like a giant rabbit. With a stitched-together mouth. Have you never seen Cherubimon?
Oh, yeah.
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 He's the mega form of Terriermon. And then evil Cherubimon is the ultimate form of Chocomon, which looks just like Terriermon, except instead of 1 horn, she's got 3 horns, and she's brown with pink decals instead of white with green decals. Yay, but they're just like virus and vaccine versions of the same Digimon, so. Meh. Meh. And then, like, if you're going just by, like, Digivolution line, you have to decide whether or not you count Myotismon in as, like, a Fallen Angel Digimon, even though he's definitely a vampiric Digimon. I know too much about Digimon, sorry.
I ain't mad at you, Teagues.
I'm mad at me. If that makes you feel any better. There's, like, a Beelzebubmon and stuff.
There is a Baalmon, right?
A what?
Like, Baalmon? Or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, there is. Baalmon!
Okay, at this point, I'm just naming, like,
Badumon!
incarnations of Satan and whatnot.
Yep, they're right here. This is what he looks like. Because that's important. There he is.
Yep, that sounds about right.
What? He works with Taki? What?
Do you mean like the chips?
No, Taiki is one of the main characters. What? What? Main character got a virus type? What? Okay. Okay, sure. What? I have to
Tegan,
watch that season.
At the risk of increasing your power level when you're already at maximum.
Yeah.
Maximum? You think this is maximum,
You think
bro?
I can ascend further?
This isn't even her final form, Brian.
I'm seeing something here about your sister and a whole human.
Oh yeah, my sister created a whole human and I got to meet him the other day. He had a birthday last week. I was up for all of the hours. Many hours, wow. So, like, she went in very early in the morning on, like, Wednesday. Apparently, for insurance purposes, if you get induced at 3 in the morning, you get an extra day in the hospital. Like, that your insurance has to pay for at no extra charge.
Wild.
Yeah, right? Sweet. So, like, nothing happened all day. It was boring. And then I got there at 7, like, and nothing had happened all day. And then my parents got there, and then we hung out, and then they left, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm staying. And they were like, you are? And I was like, yeah, I'll let you know if anything cool happens. Nothing happened. Nothing happened all night. Nothing happened most of the day the next day. Till, like, 2 in the afternoon, where she finally went into, like, actual labor. Oh my god. And then, her hips wouldn't open. So, like, on girls, like, your hip bones are supposed to separate, are designed to separate in the middle. Like,
neat.
Boom. And they come apart, and then you push the baby out, and then they go back together. Wow, we're like Transformers or something. And,
I was gonna say connects, but
we're
sure.
mechs! We're mechs, and that's how you dispose of your pilot. Anyway.
That's what Ava was about.
You yeet them from your Evangelion body.
So your sister yeeted your nephew.
No, she did not yeet her nephew. Her
Okay.
hips would not open.
Oh, damn.
And they were like, okay, we gotta yeet your nephew for you.
So her nephew was stuck in the chamber, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, the chamber was completely locked. So they were like, alright, we're gonna do C-section then. Foop. And she was like, alright, let's fucking go. Cause my doctor told me 3 weeks ago that my hips had not opened at all. And that they were not going to open for my labor, so I need a C-section. And they were like, nah, because of the way that laws change and stuff, we gotta make you try to go into labor first. Dumb. Laws are dumb! Stop making rules about my body when you don't fucking understand how it works! Anyway. So then, my nephew was forcibly evicted from my sister's body.
That sounds unlawful, Tegan.
No. She's completely within her right to evict her nephew once he has reached his 9 months of gestation.
That's the terms of the lease, I guess.
That's legal. Before the 9 months are up, no. But afterwards, yes.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Okay.
Time.
I'm on board. I'm back.
So, yeah. I was up for many hours. I was up for 2 days, and I slept an hour max. And my sister had slept 4 hours max. So she was very tired, and I was more tired, and she was like, how are you still awake? And we were like, yep, we're here. It was a good time. She went to labor while I was at dinner. I didn't eat. I didn't leave that room, because I was not going to fucking miss it. And Mom was like, let's go get some dinner. And I was like, okay. And like, literally, like, 2 minutes before we came back, she started going into actual labor. And I'm like, I was mad. I was like, fuck, I'm missing it. And then I wasn't missing it, because then she ended up needing a C-section anyway, so fuck it. Good time. That part went super fast. The whole day and a half before, slow as balls. But those, like, I got back from dinner, and then I had a baby, and that was, like, 4.5 hours later. And so, it felt like nothing.
So it was like the beginnings of, like, an anime tournament arc, where you got, like, 3-4 episodes where nothing happens.
Nothing happens, yeah, and then everything happens, and then all of a sudden the tournament's over, and you're like, huh?
Yeah.
Where did all that time go? What? How did I just watch 20 episodes of an anime? Like, what do you mean it's nighttime? What do you mean this is 4 o'clock in the morning, not 4 o'clock p.m.? But yeah, and then yesterday, I went and hung out with him, and he, doesn't like me.
Oh, no.
Well, that's okay. I'm the wrong color. I
don't know what that means.
So my sister is naturally tan, like tanner than me. I'm very pale. I'm your typical ginger. I'm very pale. I have orange hair. I have green eyes. My sister has dark brown hair, brown eyes, and is tan. She is small. I am tall. So like, Baby was with Mom, and Mom was happy, and then I said, did you call Grandma yet? Like, our Grandma? And she was like, no, and I was like, I'll hold him, you call Grandma, and she was like, okay. As soon as I got him, screaming, immediately, he went and punched me in my throat, and I'm like, fucking yes, end me.
Shit.
Get it. Yeet me out of this mortal coil, small baby. Do it. I'm just gonna teach him memes, Fortnite dances. It's gonna be good. Hop him up on sugar and send him home.
Oh, God.
I don't know anything about babbies. I mean, I know what you're not supposed to do with babbies, don't get me wrong. But, like, this is he's a new babby. He smells different. They smell different.
How does he smell, Tegan?
Like, I don't know how to describe it other than, like, very fresh. They have a different smell. Brand new babies have a different smell from, like, regular babies. Like, regular babies smell like people smell, you know?
Sure.
They smell like shampoo and their clothing and detergent and, like, whatever, all that stuff. New babies don't smell like that. They smell like, I don't know. They smell different. Find yourself a fresh baby. Preferably a baby you know. That's, like, less than 24 hours old, and give him a sniff. With the parents' permission, give him a sniff. They smell different. They smell so different. So weird. But yeah, like, he's like looking at me, and I'm like, all the wrong colors. And he immediately started crying. I'm like, I know, I look wrong. I look so wrong. I know.
I'm not sure if that's the thesis statement.
It's okay. I look strange. I smell weird. I get it. It's cool. You know? And she's like talking to Grandma. And Grandma's like, well, who's that in the background? And so he goes, oh, that's Tegan. And then she goes, no, wait. You hear the baby. Tegan is here holding the baby, but you hear the baby. Why are you upset? I'm like, oh man, it's so hard. I know. You're like 24 hours old, my dude. You're 24 hours old and life's so hard. You got a tube in your nose because you got gunk in your lungs. Aw, man, it's a bad time. It's a bad time.
It sounds like a bad time.
Nah, he's fine. His oxygenation levels and everything are good, so he'll probably go home with Mom on Sunday. Woo!
Nice.
Yeah! Also, the best thing that happened, and this is not, like, the best thing that happened for the entire time that my sister was in labor, which was great. Technically, because they induced her, like, the one day she was technically in labor for, like, a little over 48 hours, or a little over 24 hours, like 32 hours or something, but, like, her actual labor was, like, 3 hours long. Like, the real labor. Not like you get like the little contractions and that's like whatever, but like the big contractions where like you're actually pushing the baby out that people like actually think of as labor, like that was like 3 hours, and then they were like, all right, time to C-section and whatever. But the whole time, so she got her epidural and she's on her pain meds and stuff, and it's all great. And I was like, and she's like, I'm really sorry about the way I moved out of Kent, because if you recall, we used to live together, and then she moved out, and she took everything. And when I say everything, I mean all of our furniture and all of our food.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
Did I not? I swear I told you guys about that. It was...
I feel like you mentioned it.
Yeah.
I remember it not being boys.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was some bullshit. And she was like, I'm really sorry about that. That was really shitty. And I was like, oh, it's okay. I was like, but I do still... The only thing I think about, like, as far as that goes is, like, you took all the food. And she looked me in the face and went, I did. I took it out of spite.
Whoa!
Right? She looked me in the face and said,
she must have felt so powerful right then. Like, oh my God.
She had this big smile. She's like, yeah, I did it out of spite. And I'm like, I thought you did. And she's like, that was shitty, but man. And I was like, yeah.
I'm telling you, I mean, if my brother was ever in labor, Tegan, because, we're developing the technology,
yeah,
and he said that to me while he's giving birth, that would be the beginning of a civil war.
Oh,
I don't know.
It was funny.
Like, oh, man.
No, it was funny. It was just like, yeah, I did do that.
I did do that.
And I did it on purpose, too. Like, we were thinking, like, maybe, like, the people she was moving out with, like, they just took everything out of the cupboard, like, not thinking about it. But no, she was like, yeah, I did that out of spite. Amazing quality. But yeah, so now we're mostly cool again. Like, I've let all of that go at this point now that I was like, I knew you did it out of spite. Okay. I just like being right about stuff.
I get that.
But yeah. So that's all the exciting stuff, I guess. For now. Now I get to watch a baby grow up.
I've heard it's like watching a dog slowly learn how to talk.
Oh, sweet. That'll be fun.
Wait, does somebody have a frame of reference for that shit?
What do you mean?
Have you ever not watched a dog learn how to talk?
Yeah, like, who's out here with the talking dogs?
I don't know, man. Like,
Rocky, Brian doesn't know about the talking dogs.
Like, come on, Brian. Like, get woke, dude.
But my sister's going out of town in, like, August. So my mom and I are going to be babysitting for, like, a weekend for a wedding or something. And so Mom and I are going to be babysitting the baby. So I'm going to learn how to, like, change a diaper and, like, do the bottle feeding and, like, burp at the baby and wake up in the middle of the night. Like, I don't already wake up in the middle of the night for the cats, though.
The burping thing is, it requires some technique.
Yeah, my dad said the trick with diaper changing is you take the diaper off and you put it right back on and you wait. Because as soon as it's, as the lower half of a baby is exposed, they pee, and so you put the diaper back on to catch the second wave of pee.
Mm-hmm.
And then you clean up the baby and put a new diaper on it. But otherwise, the baby will pee on you and possibly in your mouth.
Those are wise words.
Oh.
It happens, Brian!
It does happen. Like, it's real life.
That doesn't make it not fucking trash.
Hey, man, like, baby doesn't know what's going on. It doesn't have rules yet. You
it
just,
can't
like, you gotta
control it. That's why you put it in a diaper.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I have spent some time around babies myself, being a young boy in a black church, and generally, like, there was a period of time where most of the people I interacted with on Sundays were actually babies, and, like, I learned some things. You pick some stuff up.
I mostly
apparently pee.
Yep, my wheelhouse.
If you're not careful,
my wheelhouse is like 2-year-olds to like 8-year-olds. Like that's where I'm
monstrous.
Really comfortable.
Like, ooh, toddlers are wild. Like
toddlers are wild, but they're learning so much, so fast.
Yeah, that's true. They're like sponges.
You can do anything. You can teach them anything. You can teach them languages. You can teach them how to read. You can teach them. You can watch them run up a hill fall down, and then try to run up again. It's great. Oh,
they're young Sisyphi. That's what they are.
Right, they're great. Right after my sister came out of surgery, when she was like still high on the pain meds, my mom looked at her and she goes, "So, they told us you named your baby Schmappy," and she was like, "Oh no." Maybe I'm on too many pain medicines to name a baby.
Oh
no. And then Mom was like, "You didn't actually name him that." And she was like, "Oh good. What am I gonna name him?" And we're like, "You're down to 2 names. You only gotta pick one." She's like, "Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't do it." Oh my goodness.
Is that right? Is that how it's spelled? Teeks?
Huh?
Schnappy?
Oh, let me see. Yeah. Oh no, this is an M, like, not an N. Schmappy.
Oh no!
Yeah, yep, no. That's not his name.
Oh my god. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, nope. They were calling him Rumple, wait for it, Schmappy.
Oh god.
That's what his full name was forever, because, like, she got tired of people asking what the name was.
Uh-huh.
And, like, she was between, like, 2 names. So, that's what she just told everyone his name was. And then we're like, "Yeah, you named the baby Schmappy." And she's like, "No, I didn't." I did not. And we were like, "No, you didn't." She's like, "Okay." And Mom was like, "This is the only time I would ever consider lying to you about something like that." And she was like, "Keep doing it, it's funny."
Keep doing it, it's funny. Oh, fuck.
It was great.
Oh, man.
He's small, though. He's 8 ounces bigger than my sister was, and that's it. He's the same, like, length. They don't have heights yet. They don't stand up.
What's that? That's like a burger, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they do, like, lengths and then pounds and ounces. And he's only 8 ounces bigger than my sister was, and that's it. When she was born.
You could say, like, he's a burger bigger than your sister.
Right? He's one whole burger bigger, yeah. And it's just like, people are finding out, "Oh, he's gonna be so tall." And I'm like, his mom's 4'11", and his dad's like 5'4". No, he's not gonna be tall. If he is tall, that'd be amazing. But if anything, he gonna be short boy. Short babby boy. Who knows? Who knows? He's here now. Wow, and I have unrestricted access to him. Haha. I got like a little wristband that says, like, "Mom has given permission for this person to see the baby unattended."
So you have, like, early access.
Yeah, I got early access because I was fucking right there. I got front row seat until the C-section part, because only one person can go in for that. And so, like, obviously Dad went in. Dad did have a cigarette before the C-section, though.
Oh, man. That's a big decision.
Yeah, he was like, "I will be back in 7 minutes." And I was like, "Okay." And he left.
Like, I don't even smoke, but I think I would actually consider a cigarette before watching a C-section.
Yeah. I was like, I do not blame him at that point. Like, it had been a harrowing 4 hours. But yeah. So that happened. So now I'm an aunt. I'm an auntie. I don't know.
Aunt Tegan.
Aunt Tegan. Aunt Tegan? Aunt Tegan. I don't know. Is there a cooler title? Can I have a cooler title?
Ooh, there are. Okay.
What's the coolest title?
Okay. So there's Amma, Aunt, Tante, Taze, Tia, Tetka, Tia. Then there's Auntie Zia, Teta, Moster, Bibi, Shangazi, Auntie, and Olklino. Yeah. Which are just, like, various cultures' ways of saying aunt.
I don't know. The only thing I know for sure is Alex requested formally not to be Uncle Al. And I'm like, that's fine. I will pass that along. His baby brother, for the first 3 years, it was like, Big Al. And Alex hated it. He's like, "That's not my name. My name is Alexander, or it is Alex. It's not just those first 2 letters. Please no." But it was great, because Alex was Big Al, and then I was Alex. I'm like, no, that's the wrong end of the alphabet. I'm at the bottom with a T.
True.
So, like, do we have other news we want to talk about?
Oh.
What? So, guys, guess what? Did you know that there's money in streaming?
I mean, that can't be that much.
Oh, no. You are wrong.
Oh, shit. All right. Fine. How much is there?
Like easily $50,000 an hour?
But
maybe
Tegan,
up to, like, 6 and 7 figures?
That's a lot more money than I made last year.
I know, right? That's more money than I made last year. And and top Twitch streamers may be making that in an hour. Streaming new video games, according to the Wall Street Journal.
Ninja.
Are you sure? Are you absolutely positive? Because I'm sure if I worked really hard, I could be Ninja.
Tegan, go take Ninja's spot.
I'll do
go
it.
Do it.
I'll do it without putting my tits out.
Hey, but I want to state that the official position of Impossible Coin is that we do not shame titty streamers.
No, we absolutely do not. Because you know what? If you got it, why not use it? Fuck it. Well, I mean, don't actually fuck it. Like, let people have their own body autonomy. But,
True.
Who cares? They boobs. Get over it.
And for the record, if you would like your titties fucked, then by all means.
Yeah, if it is your choice to have your titties fucked, go for it.
Yeah,
like, as long as all parties are consenting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares? But yeah, so the Wall Street Journal did this big weekend report, and they're like, yeah, people are making lots of money streaming. Duh. Wow. You know, when they're dealing with, like, Activision and Ubisoft and EA, because that's money that those big companies could have otherwise be spending on advertising that wouldn't necessarily reach nearly as many people. Because people know how ads work. Wow.
They obviously don't.
I mean, they do, but they don't. Like,
mixed bag.
The formal position of Twitch is that you're supposed to make it clear that if you're, like, doing an advertising stream, that you're doing an advertising stream. And so, the way a lot of Twitch streamers do that, well, they'll put up, like, a border around their stream that just says, like promotion, like, paid promotion sort of thing. But that's it, and it's not, like, people are like, oh, but which are you paying for? Is it your microphone? Is it your who cares? Like, they're saying that it's a paid sponsorship. Like, yeah. That's all they're saying is like, hey, this stream is part of my money-making thing. And I put up a thing that says it's a paid sponsorship. You just don't know who's paying me and sponsoring me. Is it the game developer? Is it the people whose headphones I'm wearing? Is it my merch thing? You don't know. And so who cares? Because you're not there really for the stuff. You're there for my cool face talking about this thing that I'm playing, screwing around in. Duh. And so, now, not only are brands not your friends, according to Brian, people aren't your friends either.
Oh,
well, no, but hold on, but Tegan, there are people, and I've seen them on scrub quotes, because there was when everyone was up in arms about Sekiro, there was one scrub quote that popped up, I think, on 4chan. No, it wasn't 4chan. Damn, where was it? Maybe it was Reddit. And there was this guy talking about how that Sekiro needs an easy mode because this guy... oh, God, I wish I had the scrub quote. But this guy was talking about Ninja playing Sekiro. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if Elite Gamer is having trouble with Sekiro, I can't believe that you would force my best friend to struggle against this game instead of just putting in an easy mode. Like, it's real silly because, like, I mean, hopefully that was written by a child that doesn't have, like, a strong understanding of how, like, human relationships work rather than, you know, like an adult that has those same problems.
Right.
But like streamers are definitely like personalities like on stream, and like they probably shouldn't be trusted too much outside of their particular product. Like, I mean calling like actual streamers like your close friends or whatever is probably a bad idea and like ultimately unhealthy.
My best friend, Elite Gamer Markiplier.
No.
So I think since the last time we recorded, Grumpy Cat died.
Yes, that's a
Yeah.
true thing.
And so I live in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out of my house the day of the death of Grumpy Cat.
We marked that day?
And apparently we fucking do, Rocky.
Okay.
And like when I okay. So the first person I saw crying publicly, I was willing to dismiss. I couldn't shake the third from my mind.
Are you
Rocky.
serious?
Yeah.
I was sad, but like, that's because somebody lost a very beloved pet.
But the thing is,
No, but
is
Grumpy
like,
Cat's a public figure.
The way you're talking about your emotions, Tegan, makes sense. Someone lost a pet. That's sad. You're sad for the person who has this gap in their life now. But the way people were reacting to it, like they lost their own fucking cat. Like people who were absolutely destroyed because this internet meme cat was something that they like.
Well, I have bad news for you, because Boo died a year ago.
Hmm.
And like, I watched that whole page dissolve. That was a mess.
Just and Rocky, I fear for what you're saying, and like saying like I hope it's a kid, because Jesus Christ, that means that we've got a kid on 4chan. Everybody,
Brian, there have been kids on 4chan since 4chan's been around. I
Yeah.
gotta say that
look,
much.
it's time to burn the internet down.
No,
Brian.
no, it is not.
The internet is mostly fine. There are bad pockets, like 4chan. And, like, burning them down would definitely be ideal, but we learned that those people just move and organize someplace else, so we just, keep them contained.
It's
You know
time
what they're
for
doing?
parents
Make sure
to
they stay
like
there.
actually watch your children.
Also that.
See what they're fucking doing online. Maybe just engage with them about understanding that not every space is a great space for them to hang out in.
It's all right. So I think the concern I have with like streamers is the same concern I have with like the YouTubers, which is that like people are allowing social media content and streaming sites to supplant intentional news consumption. Like, if you want to know about a thing, either from a news perspective or a critical perspective, seeking out neither of those things, and instead being like, okay, well, let me go find a guy talking into a camera for 5 minutes. He may or may not be sitting in the front seat of his car. And it's just like that. That's not enough. Like, I legit heard somebody within the last week say, I get my news from Philip DeFranco. And
I get my YouTuber news from Philip DeFranco, but not like real news.
This person was saying that their news source was Philip DeFranco, and I was like, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Like, it pained me. Tegan, I was pained.
Were you pained?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much pain were you in?
When they got you in the hospital and they asked you to point to the chart because of the pain.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I think I'm going to be the medium frowny face. I'm going to be that middle frowny face where you're like, look, I recognize that shit could get worse, but I got a serious frown here.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Middle frown. So yes, people, like, please critically consume your streamed content. Recognize that somebody may be taking you for a ride.
Critically consume most of your content. Except for when you just want to turn your brain off and enjoy a thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of...
If it's something you're going to be forming, like, strong opinions on that will affect your worldview, maybe consider that a little more critically than, like, whether God of War is good or not.
I understand that. I feel like that this Philip DeFranco person doesn't quite deserve to be dunked on.
No, I don't think he deserves to be dunked on. He does a really good job, like, consulting multiple news sources and, like, doing sort of, like, here's, like, what I've read. Here is my opinion based on what I've read. And he's very good at, like, differentiating, like, those 2 points. Like, this is the news. This is what I think. Sort of things.
Yeah.
But don't make that your only news source, my dude.
That's definitely true. There are other sources of information that have more journalistic rigor, that potentially ask better questions, that don't, I guess, present simply an opinion that presents information agnostically, that are things that people should interact with more often. But the same way that, like, a lot of people, and this isn't, like, new, it's definitely historical, have, like, attributed, like, news sources to, like, a source of personality. That, like, people, like, trusted the news because they trusted Walter Cronkite. Jesus Christ, please don't kill me.
You tried.
While I don't think that, like, Philip DeFranco is anywhere near, like, Cronkite's level of journalism, I think people have a similar level of trust because DeFranco tends to not let a lot of people down. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, the answer to that is either, like, identifying journalists that are worth listening to, people that are truly trustworthy, because otherwise you just have networks and rotating faces, and, like, no one trusts those institutions. Like, that doesn't make much sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If
you first hear of news from Philip DeFranco or something similar, and then you go out and do additional research, I think that's fair. I think using something like that, like using a comedy show, like whatever, like, I don't know, The Daily Show or whatever, like as your jumping off point of like, oh, I hadn't heard of that, and then like going and looking into it yourself. That's fair. You know?
Mm-hmm. How did we get here?
How did we get here? Critically...
streamers making money.
Oh, true.
Small children on 4chan.
Oh, yeah. Those kids. Whew. Those kids. So streamers make a lot more money than I do. Well, not all streamers. There's definitely a lot of unsuccessful streamers, but like top streamers, I'm not that mad about top streamers making more money than me, but like...
Are there other people who are making more money than you, Rocky?
Oh, almost definitely, Tegan.
Oh?
But at the moment, Sony is trying to make all the money. Because there's someone, Disney specifically, that made an incredible amount of money with some movies. You might have heard of them. They combined to make the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And, they definitely put in the time. They put in the work. It was 10 years in the making. And then they made, $2 billion in a weekend. That's kind of wild. I don't have that kind of money.
Can I make that kind of money?
And, Sony saw that and they're like, hey, man, we got some properties that we could probably pull something out of. I don't know if we're going to get $2 billion, but we could fuck around and put some shit together. So, Sony Interactive, they have launched PlayStation Productions. Their new film and TV arm, which I'm pretty sure they're going to use to finally finish the Sly Cooper movie / TV show. But the company will be headed by Assad Kizilbash, and it will be overseen by Sean Layden. And they hope to leverage Sony's IP portfolio to get in on that TV and movie money. And one thing that they've been very clear about is that they want to learn from the past. They don't want to simply try to take a property and then just turn a game into a movie specifically, but they want to try to adapt a character or an IP and then try to, write a script around that. They want to take a more holistic approach rather than slap something on and sell a game afterwards. But, we'll see what happens. I mean, Sean Layden is probably bound to fuck this up somehow, but I don't know much about Kizzlebash. I tried digging on him and I didn't find a lot.
I feel like, all right. I hear that Sean Layden is involved with this, and I say they could do worse.
Sure.
Yeah. They PlayStation has definitely made some new moves at upper levels of leadership in the last 12 months that we've talked about. So, I'm just hoping for a heartfelt movie starring Sean Layden as Sean Layden, where Sean Layden goes on a journey with a talking donkey, and possibly meets a princess who turns into Sean Layden at night. And then maybe John Lithgow's in it. I don't know.
So kind of like that episode of Johnny Bravo.
There we go. It all works. Yes. Sean Layden in that episode of Johnny Bravo. It's going to be incredible.
I kind of I'm really interested in seeing what projects they start pulling strings on, because there are definitely a handful of things. I still think Jak and Daxter will come out soon. There has been some talk about God of War, but I want to see some really wacky directors, especially since Taika Waititi's actually getting Akira to adapt. That seems wild. And I want to see, once Death Stranding's done, Hideo Kojima on a film project funded by PlayStation Productions. I just want to see what that's like, because I know Kojima has spent a lot of times with video games, but a lot of his best work, I think, has been subverting expectations in terms of twists, albeit on gameplay. But I'd love to see what he could do in a movie TV space. Just give him a TV show. What would Hideo Kojima's TV show really be about? I have no idea, but I'm kind of down.
Did you see he recently gave an answer about what Death Stranding is about?
He did? What did he say? What did he say?
Death Stranding is about being connected to everyone.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
While you are alone.
What? So right now?
And he was saying that the game was supposed to be kind of always online, where it's where you'll be playing with other people, but you're also playing a single player experience.
Yep.
It was really vague. It didn't make a lot of sense, but a lot of times when I listen to Hideo Kojima's words, they don't make a lot of sense. Just kind of gotta ride through it, man. The guy's an experience.
That response definitely couples with something he said a year ago, which was that the game was about being on the internet. It does not appear to literally be about being on the internet.
Right.
But, man. Jesus. Sony, you got no press conferences here. I want one of your little raggedy-ass directs.
You mean a state of play?
Yes.
Yeah.
Until they come up with a better content, they're called raggedy-ass directs. Once they put out one which doesn't suck, then they have then earned their own name.
Okay.
But
that seems fair. I want Nintendo to fucking talk about Animal Crossing.
Oh god, don't we all?
Sorry, the spirit of Nintendo possessed me for a moment.
Oh lord. Oh man. Tegan, if you could pick a Sony property that got turned into a film or a TV show, what would it be?
Can I say Kingdom Hearts?
Oh god.
No. For a multitude of reasons.
But Kingdom Hearts belongs to Square Enix. It doesn't belong to Sony. Square Enix is probably definitely going to make a movie out of Kingdom Hearts at some point.
Please,
I don't know when.
God, Disney, don't make it a movie. Don't do some cinematic universe bullshit. Television show. Long-running television show.
It'll definitely be a movie. It's going to be Kingdom Hearts is already 12 movies.
Yeah, that's fucking true. Yeah, but I want, okay, but each game is going to have to be a couple movies because I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Like Sora just keeps showing up. He's in the background of Frozen. He shows
He's in
up
the background of everything. He's just like, huh? Why is it cold, guys? Because there's fucking snow everywhere. Jesus. Stupid boy. Anyway. Stupid boy made of 3 boys inside a heart. 4 boys are trapped inside a heart. They battle for dominance.
They don't. Sora's in charge.
Royale.
Oh no. 4 boys jump into a heart.
Vinny just comes up partway through. Fuck all, guys. And everyone's like, Sora said fuck. Someone let Sora swear.
It's no longer PG-13. Oh wait, no, you get 1 in PG-13.
You get 1 in PG-13.
Oh, man. I couldn't pick one fuck. That would be too much. There's so much going on. Wait, no. Hold on. There is 1 fuck. Sora doesn't say fuck. Donald says fuck. And then they get to play it off as like duck.
Donald says fuck, but no one understands him, so they sneak in 2 fucks. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Kingdom Heart movie, yes. I don't know, what's a Sony only property?
Crazy Taxi? No, that's Sega.
No. Jesus, you people.
Brian, why
I'm sorry,
you...
Brian. What's the Sony property that needs to be a movie?
Yeah, what's this?
No, I'm just... Name a Sony property. Welcome to our hot new game show, Name a Sony Property. I'm your host, Brian. We have 2 contestants today here on Name a Sony Property.
Neither.
Rocky is from El Paso.
I am.
He's here to win a washer and dryer. Tegan's here. She wants to win a washer and dryer, but anime.
Yeah!
Okay.
I want the anime washer dryer. Fuck.
The anime washer
All
dryer is
right.
more fuel efficient.
Rocky, name a Sony property.
Parappa the Rapper.
Congratulations. Tegan, name a Sony property.
Jesus, fuck, I don't know. I literally could not. Like, my life could depend on it, and I couldn't do it.
All right, thank you everybody for watching Name a Sony Property. Come back next week where people will try to name a Sony property. Don't forget to spay and neuter your fucking dogs and cats. I've been Brian Cartwright.
That's how you end the show, man. Oh, God. Okay, fine. Brian, what's the next story?
Also, when am I going to get Jumping Flash the movie?
What's Jumping
Oh,
Flash?
fuck off. Oh, my God. Oh, okay. I'm back. Brian, can we please do the next story?
Okay. All right. Do I get to name a Sony property?
Yeah, name a Sony
Brian,
property.
Name a Sony property, dude.
Okay. I feel like legit Wipeout is a good property to go with. The reason I think that Wipeout is a good property to go with is because it's literally just fast cars in the future which don't touch the ground.
So you just translate the same Fast and Furious like cast? They're just doing Wipeout now?
I'm just like, give me fucking sci-fi Fast and Furious.
Alright.
I think people will like that. I'm sure that the Twisted Metal movie would be terrible, but I would go see it.
No, hold on. Don't give up. How do you make the Twisted Metal movie good?
No, you don't. You don't.
Brian?
That is too steep a hill to climb.
You make it bad on purpose. You make it exceptionally bad on purpose as, like, a thought piece on how the Twisted Metal series is so bad.
An Uncharted movie could be potentially okay.
Uncharted's already a movie.
You mean the Dora the Explorer movie that's coming out?
Also true.
Last of Us, I guess, could be okay.
Also already a movie.
Boots doesn't have boots.
Until Dawn seems perfect for a movie.
Wait, Until Dawn... Yeah, okay. I am thinking of the right thing. But they'd have to choose, like, a canon ending. I think that'll cut out... I mean, it'll still be a good movie, but I think it's going to cut out, like, a lot of what made the game good.
I would also love to see a Mark of Kree movie, but this is not the first time I brought up Mark of Kree on this show, so I'll just continue to carry that torch. Unlike my fake torch for Jumping Flash, the movie. Who wants to talk about loot boxes?
Again?
Sure, let's do it.
What's wrong with loot boxes now?
Most things. So we have previously mentioned on the show that, like, shit got real. That Republican Senator Josh Hawley was working on a bill to ban loot boxes, specifically in games marketed to or played by kids. The proposed legislation doesn't actually ban them altogether. It has those qualifiers. It's like saying no loot boxes in games marketed to, targeted, or played by kids. So Hawley was able to find some Democrats to co-sponsor the bill, kind of like effectively creating bipartisan support. The folks he found to co-sign are Richard Blumenthal and Ed Markey. Blumenthal previously worked on the Children Online Privacy Protection Act in 1998. So he's got kind of a background in online children's protection legislation. Also, both Blumenthal and Hawley have at various points in their political career been the attorney general of their state. So there's kind of like that added connection between them. Something like the text of the bill became available on the 23rd, and something that kind of like jumped out in it is that it's like, you know, publishers are subject to all kinds of like fines and stuff, but the standard for whether or not determining a game is aimed at children is handled case by case, and, you know, is adjudicated upon need for review. So it's kind of like games, you know, enter into the gaming ecosystem, and then if somebody's like, hey, this is targeting kids, then somebody has to determine whether or not the game is targeting kids. So that feels like that could get real dicey, because there isn't like a hard and fast standard. It's more like the whole like pornography will know it when we see it thing, where like we're not going to say whether or not this passes a standard, you know, at time of publication, or, you know, prior to publication, or even publish a standard so that way we can say this is or is not adherent. We're going to look at it post publication upon need, and then say, oh, this violates. Which I think is probably not the best approach. Of course, the ESA found a way to fuck that up in their response. When word of like Hawley's legislative efforts came out, they stated that loot boxes aren't gambling and that self-regulations are adequate. And then once the bill found co-sponsors, the ESA issued the following statement. This legislation is flawed and riddled with inaccuracies. It does not reflect how video games work, nor how our industry strives to deliver innovative and compelling entertainment experiences to our audience. The impact of this bill would be far-reaching and ultimately prove harmful to the player experience, not to mention the more than 220,000 Americans employed by the video game industry. We encourage the bill's co-sponsors to work with us to raise awareness about the tools and information in place that keep the control of video game play and in-game spending in parents' hands rather than the government's. That tugboat has sailed, ESA. Like, you had your chance. And just because the bill is being worked on, has what appears to be some fundamental gaps, I don't think that the ESA is no longer in a position to have the voice in the conversation that says, hey, this bill has fundamental gaps and is bad, because of the way they have responded publicly to concerns about loot boxes in general. Like, people are like, oh, loot boxes aren't gambling. I don't know. Like, the problem is that, like, reading about it, like, it does appear to be that there are, like, legitimate real concerns with the bill, in the way it, like, administers this stuff, and the way, like, the determinations are made as to whether or not something is targeting children. But the ESA has done every possible thing in the last 18 months to discredit themselves. So if they get out there and they say stuff like, this bill seems bad, it feels like people aren't going to believe them because of the way they've responded to any kind of criticism and the way they've responded to the loot box issue in general. So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
First of all, the ESA is doing exactly what they're supposed to, because they are not a consumer-focused organization. They work for the corporations that produce video games, and there isn't a single private citizen that isn't associated with a video game company that is numbered among their membership. That being said, they want to avoid legislation because any change to microtransactions as they stand is less profitable for their membership, which is not what they want. And also, I've read through this law, and the way that it's put together, it's not going to change much except for, like, gacha on, like, mobile games. Like, it's not going to touch any of, like, the biggest offenders. It's not really going to affect...
Holly was specifically asked about FIFA. Like, somebody, like, Holly was having a press conference, and somebody specifically said FIFA, and he specifically responded, yes, FIFA would be impacted.
Oh, good.
Well, okay. So, like, FIFA, he argues that FIFA will be impacted because they're saying that there is a, what's the word? It's not, like, actual knowledge, but not conceptual, constructive knowledge. The idea that EA would expect children to play the game. And they don't have to necessarily prove that they do in court. It's just that it exists. And so, like, FIFA Ultimate Team is a gacha game that's on consoles and whatnot. But it's not going to touch Call of Duty. It's not going to touch Fortnite. It's really going to affect, like, FIFA and Candy Crush. And outside of, like, FIFA specifically, which is, one of the larger offenders because of how Ultimate Team works, I think there's going to be, like, not only are there going to be large gaps, but I think it's not going to touch anything that really matters. Like, the people that are actually making bank on, like, microtransactions, like, I don't think this is going to really mess with, like, Blizzard, like, on Overwatch. And that was one of the larger offenders. I don't think it's going to affect Dota, like, in the States, and it's not going to affect, like, Riot Games either, with, like, their random boxes as well. Like, it's going to, like, hit, like, one company, and then, like, Pauly's gonna be able to pat himself on the back about it, and he's gonna, like, move on to other, like, big tech stuff. Like, I don't think this is gonna affect, like, microtransactions at all, but if and when this bill does get passed, they're just gonna pat themselves on the back and move on to the next thing when, like, the industry hasn't really been materially changed. Like, FIFA's just gonna find, like, a slightly different way to, like, sell Ultimate to people, and maybe they'll just build a cash app where you can directly, like, buy characters. It's just going to cost a lot more. And, like, people are still going to shell out that money.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know, man. Like, Holly is, like, doing this for clout. Like, that's what's really going on.
Oh, sure. Like,
this will, like, disrupt the gaming industry, but it won't lead to any meaningful change, and it's not going to make consumers any happier. Like, the parents that he claims to be helping to, like, try to avoid, like, addiction, for children. Oh, and, like, both addiction and, like, children are, like, commonly known as, like, political scapegoats for trying to push something through, and it's probably not even going to work in this case.
I wonder if we have reached a point in the political landscape where loot boxes will be the new drunk driving, or loot boxes will be the new kid diddling. Like, there's definitely a point where, like, if you're some shitty legislator and you're looking for like an easy win that you can talk about on your next campaign trail,
right?
That like nobody would ever dare question the value of. It happens all the damn time. Is somebody will get out there and be like, I sponsored a bill that like sets drunk drivers on fire.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, I hate drunk drivers. I hate them. You know, it might seem a little extreme that we're actually setting them on fire while they're alive now, but fuck them.
I think that's like, we're getting there. I don't know if we're there yet, but based on like the data that the ESA's pulled with their like nationwide study, it looks like that might be a talking point. That might be a real thing to do. It's like, yeah, I sponsor legislation that did something about loot boxes. I don't know if it'll work, but I worked on it, and I'm doing that for you.
And so it could be that I guess the reality of the situation might be that like, if Hawley's bill is confusing and poorly worded and doesn't do much because it's just designed to earn political brownie points, then it means that conceivably what that does is that leaves room for another bill and another bill and another bill and another bill.
Yeah.
And so like if the ESA actually wants to get ahead of this shit, they want to make sure that they are so effectively self-regulated that and actually treating this thing realistically, so that way when Senator Shithead 10 years from now is like, we should put loot boxes inside a drunk driving kid diddler and then dump them in the sea. Like, that there's like just no room for that to be like make sense. Like the industry should be like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, we got loot boxes inside the lockbox. Like, what do you want? Like, just, but as it is, like, this statement coupled with the whole like, oh well, you know, loot boxes are gambling and whatever. Like you guys have seen a little tiny ass notification that they're putting on
games
right now, where they're like, you know, contains in-game purchases, and like, come on, like, you've gotta sharpen this up, ESA, or they will keep coming for you over and over again. Tegan, when you opened a loot box, did you find an opinion on this?
It wasn't an opinion I liked, though. I'm gonna have to re-roll.
So you gotta get another loot box?
Yeah, I gotta put more money in the loot box machine until I get a fucking opinion I want.
All right. Put a quarter in. Put a quarter in.
Quarter? Dude, loot boxes are easily $3.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Put $3 in.
I don't think you understand. I gotta charge at least 20 so I can get a good enough variety of loot boxes to pick a good
you're trying to get an epic opinion drop?
A mega opinion. I'm trying to get that ultimate sweet opinion.
Oh, man. Tegan's looking for a mythic opinion.
Oh, no.
A mythic rare opinion, please. Alright, let's see what I got. Damn it, I have this opinion already.
What is it?
Loot boxes are bad!
Pretty much. Oh,
Tegan with the common drops.
The only reason I fucking sunk so much money into Love Nikki, and let me tell you what, I've sunk so much money into Love Nikki, is because I always know what I'm getting. I always know what I'm getting.
Right, like you're buying this stuff.
I am buying this stuff. It is in a box, but it is this stuff. It is also only available for like 9 days, and I don't know when it's coming back. So I gotta get it now. It all comes back eventually. I just don't fucking know when. And so, tiny brain goes, I want it. I want it. And then I buy it. I see it. I want it. I buy it.
Like Beyonce.
Yep.
Okay.
Blind boxes are full of buying to gambling, and I know because I spent so much money on Pokemon cards in Japan. Pokemon cards are just like loot boxes. Fuck. Pokemon cards are loot boxes with physical rewards.
Wait, okay, but cards aren't challenged the same way that loot boxes are.
They aren't.
Yeah, and I think...
It's because cards are physical. You can sell them. You cannot sell a loot box once you get it. You're stuck with it, no matter what it is, good or bad.
Valve would like to say, oh no, Tegan, What about the Valve Marketplace?
Valve can suck my dick.
And that is the official position of this show.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Finally got that good loot box drop.
But like the Valve Marketplace doesn't allow you to trade like in-game goods. It allows you to trade like the trading cards that exist within the game that the marketplace gives you related to the game. And they allow you to like in limited fashion return digital goods that you've potentially purchased.
No, there are some games where in-game items can be sold on the Valve Marketplace.
Oh.
Yeah. Like there's like PUBG, clothing items for PUBG can be sold on the Valve Marketplace.
Right.
CS:GO trash can be sold there. Dota trash can be sold there. So yeah, there are games where like all you got on that marketplace are like dumb trading cards, but there are definitely games where the Valve Marketplace has in-game items which will range from pennies on the dollar to way more than the cost of a single loot box, underscoring the rarity of the drop.
You mean I could make money opening loot boxes?
Well, yeah,
and selling
kind
them
of like,
on Valve.
Like, that's just like RMT. Like, MMOs have had that, like, forever. I guess, like, loot boxes, like, streamline the gathering process. Like, instead of, like, running a raid, you just pay money up front to get other stuff.
This week's episode of Name a Sony Property is brought to you by our sponsors, Opening Loot Boxes for Cash.
Opening loot boxes for cash. We could do it on stream and make double the cash.
It's your money and you want it now. Open Loot Boxes for Cash. This episode also brought to you by Mattress in a Box.
Oh, Jesus.
Because why go anywhere or do anything? Buy a mattress in a box.
Okay. All right.
Why do I need a mattress in a box?
Well, like,
I don't
the
know. It
mattress
came
is just...
free with my loot box.
No,
The mattress was in the loot box.
The mattress was in the loot box.
Loot box mattress.
Loot box mattress. That's a company in 5 years. You know it is. There's no way we can avoid it.
What kind of mattress are you getting? Nobody knows. You gotta order the loot box first.
This thing's only a twin. Fuck.
It's like, yo, I actually rolled a California King. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
But I only rolled a Queen box spring. So
but you do have to pay to ship it back.
Shit.
Which is why you need to open more loot boxes to get cash.
That's the mix-up.
Mattress and loot box. No.
Man.
Never again. So anyway.
Brian, you have more on the loot boxes, bipartisan support?
We're done with the loot boxes.
Okay. ...
For now.
For now. Vote for people who will make comprehensive change to institutions that you want to see changed.
Make sure you can talk to them about it.
Follow the money! Thing. Follow the money your senators are getting.
Oh, yeah, no, Hawley is definitely in Peter Thiel's pocket. There's no way he's not.
When they made that joke and Hamilton, follow the money and see where it goes, that is seriously actual advice.
Go get it.
Same for your streamers and your news sources. Follow that money. See where it goes.
Yeah,
Tegan, what's going on with Pokemon?
Pokemon's doing money. No, it's not. That's a lie. Uniqlo is doing money things. So, Uniqlo was having this contest, right? Where if you submitted a cool Pokemon art design, you could potentially win $10,000 and have your t-shirt design featured in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Sweet, right? Cool.
Mm.
Cool. So, earlier this week, Uniqlo announced that the Chinese artist Li Wenpei won the grand prize contest. So he was going to get the $10,000 and have his design feature in Sword and Shield, right? It was a really cool, like, it's like a Gyarados with, like, 3 Magikarp underneath it, but it's stylized to be, like, sort of Aztec. It's very neat.
Yeah.
Very neat. But he's been disqualified. Completely disqualified. Possibly because the design wasn't the first time that the artist had used it for commercial purposes, which was against the rules of the competition. According to a translation of a now deleted post on the Chinese social media website, Sina Weibo. I can't read things.
Yeah, Sina Weibo.
Yeah, Sina Weibo? Yeah, cool. Wenpei had previously sold some phone cases with the artwork on it, and somehow it ended up on t-shirts. Wenpei claims that the t-shirts were because people pirated his work. He said all the same stuff to Uniqlo. Uniqlo, won't say why specifically Wenpei was disqualified, but that they have the right to disqualify anybody from the competition for any reason, and that Uniqlo will not be awarding the grand prize to another entrant or sell any merchandise featuring any of the designs. So, are we gonna get a cool t-shirt design or no?
I think we will, and I think they still give it to Li Wenpei, but...
You think he's just not gonna get the money?
No, I think he still might get the money. I think what's happening right now is Uniqlo's lawyers is trying to figure out what they can do about this. Because, presumably the condition that the design can't be used for commercial purposes is that by accepting it in the contest and using it on their own merch, they have, an exclusive right to the imagery.
Yeah, 21, the top 3... and then the following 21 designs were all going to be sold for $15 beginning in June. In Uniqlo stores.
God, I still want one of those shirts.
I know, right? I want the Japanese wave with the Magikarp in it. I think that one looks great.
I actually want, the Ditto one, where, they have all the other Pokemon, all the Dittos, pretend to be different Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, that one's also good. A lot of these designs are very good.
But the reason I think that they aren't just giving the prize to another entrant or selling merchandise yet is because they need to figure out what wiggle room they have to keep the Gyarados design, and they're doing that kind of research, seeing what they can do to secure the rights. Because I think they still want to give it to Li Wenpei, but they can't for business reasons because they wouldn't be able to sell the shirts, and so Li Wenpei's been DQ'd, but I think they might be ultimately restored if Uniqlo can secure the rights, or they'll give it to someone else if they can't. But they don't know yet, which is why they're not moving.
Is this Uniqlo, are they a big deal?
Yes.
They're a pretty big deal. Yeah.
They're a major Japanese clothing brand, and they have stores all over the world.
Everywhere?
Yeah, Canada, the US, Europe. Yeah, everywhere. I mean, not everywhere. It's not it's Walmart or something. The closest...
No, I get...
So, the closest Uniqlo...
They're in the same wheelhouse as, H&M.
Yeah, the closest Uniqlo to me is actually in Toronto. And then there's one I know there's one in California. But you can order online also. Stuff's cute. I like their clothes. My absolute favorite sweater in the world is from Uniqlo.
Shout outs.
It's super comfy. Why?
Yo, this pocket shirt though. I'm going over some Monster Hunter shirts. Please ignore me.
Rocky, we can't ignore you because I think you need to tell us about FaZe Clan.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. So there's a streamer, he plays Fortnite. His name is Turner. Goes Tafut. His name is Turner Tenney. He goes by the name Tafue Online. He's won some pretty big tournaments, and he's signed to FaZe Clan. And recently, he has engaged his lawyer to sue FaZe Clan for violating talent agency laws. let me back up a little bit. So, FaZe Clan is an esports organization. They find players that are streaming, that are good at particular video games. They've been targeting Fortnite recently. They meet with them. They present them with contracts to join the FaZe Clan organization. They set them up to go to tournaments. They help build their online presence. And they sell merchandise and set up distribution deals to sustain their organization. Recently, Turner Tenney has basically ended up on top of the Fortnite world by winning a couple of pretty serious tournaments, to the point where his Twitch streamer account is at the top. It's even surpassed Ninja. He's still not, like the Tiger Woods or LeBron James, but he's probably the closest that, like, we have right now. But he is currently suing FaZe Clan because of the terms of the revenue splits on his contract. Specifically, anything that's not tournament winnings, in-game merchandise, merchandise produced by FaZe Clan with his likeness, or brand deals that are negotiated by FaZe Clan, he gets 20% of that cut. And FaZe has the right to take 80%. And the only flip on that is tournament winnings, in which the player would get 80% and FaZe Clan would keep 20%. So the idea is that if you win tournaments, then like you'll generally be doing really well, but otherwise, like FaZe Clan will take most of your money. That's the terms of his contract. FaZe's owner, Ricky Banks, has come to the organization's defense, both on Twitter and some pretty long videos on YouTube, asserting that there has been no harm done. He continuously asserts that even though that those are the terms of his original contract, and his contract has changed since then, that FaZe Clan as an organization has made roughly $60,000 off of Tenney. And for context, with his tournament winnings and other distribution deals and the revenue from merchandise, Tenney has made over $3 million in the past 3 years he's been signed to FaZe Clan. The reason I know the contract revenue splits, because those things are pretty confidential, is that there's an organization that leaked the contract over Twitter that has been verified not by Tenney or by Banks, but by other FaZe Clan members and people familiar with the industry. And Banks has been trying to renegotiate Tenney's contract, producing several variations of the contract over that time. And well, not producing to the public, but producing to Tenney, and Tenney has refused all of them. And there are whispers that Tenney doesn't want to renew his contract at all, but instead wants to break off from FaZe Clan altogether and start his own organization. But that would definitely put FaZe Clan in a negative position, given how much they've actually made off of Tenney and how much he's taken home. And there's a lot that's been going on, like specifically, because Tenney, like it's not definitely one-sided. Like Tenney's definitely won them tournaments, and that's gotten FaZe Clan some money, but also like Tenney's online presence, which is the strongest issue in this lawsuit, has some connection to FaZe Clan's like coaching of him. The lawsuit says a lot of stuff about FaZe Clan, but one of the things that's important is that Tenney's like online persona and like his online popularity definitely exploded after he joined FaZe Clan. And the issue is, one of the larger issues is that if Tenney were to make his own like merchandising deal, FaZe Clan would definitely take most of it. And any in-game merchandise that would relate to Tenney, FaZe Clan would have the power to take a lot of as well. And while Banks says that they haven't yet, one of the stronger arguments against that is that they always could. And as long as he's in this type of contract, or any person of FaZe Clan, or any player that is in this type of contract is vulnerable to that kind of malfeasance, I guess. And the funny thing is that most like video game players, they are usually seen and protected as athletes are. But the unique thing about this particular contract is that they're trying to sue FaZe Clan under talent agency laws, because they have different red tape and different rules. And their argument is that Tenney is also an artist because of his dedication to streaming and crafting an online persona and like being an entertainer, rather than an athlete. So it's definitely a weird classification. I don't know how this case will ultimately go, but if, let's say, Tenny wins and gets released from his contract, the industry will probably just ultimately adapt. But what do you guys think about this?
I'm glad that the contract got leaked. We had the story earlier where we talked about the idea that there's big money in streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of the other side of that, which is that the ugly truth is yes, there's big money in streaming, but a lot of that big money is not necessarily being made by people who are doing that streaming. That a lot of like esports and streamers, and this is generally under the guise of esports, are being offered like a devil's bargain, like, hey, come live in the house. You can live in the house. And it's cool. We stock the house. It's full of groceries, and you've just got to play League. You've just got to play Fortnite. You've just got to play Hearthstone. And these people are finding themselves working very frequently like 16, 18-hour days between streaming and practice and league competition,
mm-hmm.
In whatever their chosen esport is, just to have so much of the money roll back to like whatever devil they threw in with, who had handed them a contract that says that you get to live in the house or whatever, and it's gross. It is some carny shit.
I do have something that I wanted to say about that specifically, because esports has a lot of money thrown into it, by like venture capitalists, by investors.
There's a bubble.
And like it's very likely a bubble. Because like the money that's going into it does not equal the money coming out. It's not close.
Yup, absolutely.
But a lot of weird things that are going on is one of the things that I want to talk about specifically about League players. Because there are a lot of League players that actually make like 6-figure salaries. And they're definitely, some of the more talented people on the teams. And like people are throwing money into esports because they know that like the public, the culture is like gravitating away from like NBA and like NFL. And while they still have huge fans and there's still a lot of money there, people are definitely moving away from it. And esports might be the thing that people end up moving to later. And so there's a lot of people throwing like tens of millions of dollars at this because like even if it doesn't play out in the next 5 years, next 10 years, if it turns out to be the next NFL, they'd rather already be there than like trying to get in there later. Players that make these like huge salaries, a lot of the reason that they do isn't necessarily because their talent is making the organization that kind of money, but because like there are people specifically outside the industry, like Tyler One, like I'm a Cutie Pie, like Shifter, that make incredible amount of money just like by streaming every day, and they don't have esport affiliations. Like there is a very strong chance, like we haven't seen the exact financials, but considering how close they are actually to say like Riot, people like Tyler One and I'm a Cutie Pie like make comparable money to like esports like players that show up to these matches, but they don't live in the house. Like they're not tied up in these contracts. And like what that does is that it pushes the player salary up because they don't want them to just like fuck off and just start streaming every day instead of trying to build this organization. It's definitely a bubble of some kind because like the math doesn't add up, and there are various people in the Overwatch League, in the LCS, in the Dota International staff that are basically just trying to say, we're just trying to work in a way that makes sure that money isn't lost forever, that one day we will stop losing money.
Where I see the next like frontier of the competition over esports as content being is going to be the digital sports platform wars. And I don't mean YouTube versus Twitch.
Sure.
Because while those places have like existing infrastructure that supports like a broad range of streamed content, one thing that they don't effectively already have a good foundation in is like dedicated broadcasting which supports like a sports feel. You know, like I couldn't like say point at YouTube or point at Twitch and say, you know, that's Twitch's Max Kellerman or that's YouTube's Marv Albert. There's nobody that really has those feels at those places, but there are sports streaming platforms out there that are currently trying to build a catalog of sports content and put it behind like a small monthly paywall.
Right.
Like ESPN Plus is $5 a month, and like they keep on adding leagues to ESPN Plus. They're like, this is what you could see if you come to ESPN Plus. Like you could see, I think they've got a couple different hockey leagues. There's some college football divisions which are now thrown in with them. UFC is ESPN Plus only. And then there's DAZN. You know, like in order to see like Bellator, that's DAZN. Plus there's a whole bunch of other like, was it like Floyd Mayweather who like I think is going to put like any fight he promotes on DAZN. Like
I think it is Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, like but there's all these like different like digital sports platforms, and the first two that popped to mind were ESPN Plus and DAZN, but they're not the only two. And there's this real arms race for like competitive content for those platforms. And I think that if any esport is going to stop being like a we just keep on throwing money into this boondoggle, like we're all making money because we all keep throwing more money into it. I swear this isn't a pyramid scheme. Like if at any point it stops being, I swear this is a pyramid scheme, it's going to be like when a major game that people are interested in and has a already functioning esports scene gets picked up by a sports platform behind a paywall, where like, yes, the viewership will get a lot smaller because now it's behind the paywall, but it will create focus to the viewership. Like,
yeah,
it's been really interesting to watch like the bottom fall out of like Apex Legend viewership over like the last 60 days.
Yeah.
Because that shit was hot. But that shit was hot because, circling back to, you know, the earlier story, because it was all sponsored content. You know, like, so many of those Apex Legends streamers from, like, the first 45 to 60 days were people who were streaming the game because they were being paid to stream the game, which kind of, like, created this, like, false sense of, like, all boats rise those first couple of months. Not to say people didn't enjoy playing the game, but apparently people didn't enjoy watching the game. Well,
this is also really important. There's a lot of like small things that trickle into stuff like that. Like, for example, I want to say it was the LCS. I think I think it was. The LCS like ran their like world tournament or whatever, and there was a CNBC headline that came out the day after saying that they had more viewers than the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. But one of the funny things is that, like, as far as like streamer numbers are calculated, they lack the rigor of like the independent organizations that we have in the past. No, it was the Overwatch League. Like the Overwatch League had more viewers at their final matches than the Super Bowl. But the thing about it is that Twitch, the way that they count members is that anyone that is like looking at this, that has a screen on, that has like the stream on screen. Which doesn't mean you have to click into it. Sometimes it's on like the front page of Twitch, but other times, especially with their partnership with Curse, they'll show up in just like ads on random web pages, like on random wikis. When like a match shows up, like they're counting those numbers, even if you're not like really watching it or paying attention to it, even if you didn't select into the content. And those numbers were reported by like Activision Blizzard, as opposed to like a third party, the way that like Nielsen numbers are presented, which is arguably why Activision Blizzard gives their numbers to Nielsen now, as opposed to like reporting them on their own. And as far as like looking for, or I know you were mentioning more about like the platform of putting like games behind a paywall on a platform, but I think a lot of that might have more to do with like making the viewership exciting, which is closer to like finding video games as Marv Albert. And if we're thinking about who's close to doing that, I think while I'm a fighting game junkie and I love it because of the commentary, like people like IFC Types and like James Chen are like incredible. But I think as far as like casting, the only like platform that has been really nourishing that is Riot Games. Like Riot Games with League of Legends, the way that their casters try to convey excitement of all the things that are happening, I think they're the ones that are really nurturing that particular like talent. Like they hire players to like specifically cast, they coach them, they are in several different regions now, speaking multiple languages, and like they have recognizable faces. The same like 7 or 8 dudes like based on your region. Like these are the people that do the Chinese cast. These are the people that do the European cast. These are the people that do the North America cast, Latin America cast. And when they all show up at Worlds together, like the various regional like representatives show up together as well. Riot seems to be like trying to build like their particular network. They're still running their stuff through Twitch because that's where everybody watches. But like, I feel like if Riot really gets control of like how their stuff is like presented, if they end up building their own paywall, or if they like bridge with someone like ESPN or even like on CBS or something, like they might be the first ones in the room to maybe really start turning a profit. But, you know, at the moment, League is still like an explosion of colors if you don't know what's going on, and it's very like unfriendly to beginners, like both watching and learning about it. But the game is cool, and like if they calcify, say, like their first 1,000 super fans, like they could really be something. Who knows?
It's fascinating business, and I want it to grow in a healthy way, and I want the individual player, the individual person who decides to get into playing games professionally in some capacity to not get lost in the mix, because you know this could either grow up into something like, you know, football or basketball, where there are player associations, you know, protecting the interest of the competitors, or it could grow up into something like wrestling, where people are independent contractors destroying their bodies and getting absolutely zero retirement benefits and being totally fucked over by carny contracts. You know, this contract and the whole live in the house thing, that all feels super fucking carny. Yeah. So like, I just want this thing to start growing up faster than slower, so that way that shit doesn't happen.
Well, I think this case is definitely gonna be part of that, because I mean, for what it's worth, like other like competitive sport like player organizations have thrown their support behind Tenny or Tfue, and a lot of people that like looked at the contract like once it leaked, like it definitely looks like a starter contract, and like the people that are signing them are like 18-year-old kids.
Yep.
And like they're not like hiring a lawyer to like look over and it's like, yo man, this is bullshit. You should probably argue about this. And if there's pushback on people like FaZe Clan, they're not just gonna dip. Like they definitely spent money and resources to find this particular person and just gave them the contract. So they have room to negotiate. They just don't know. And like if there are like organizations that are advocating for young new players, so that they get things like the way that I think like basketball has like a floor, a salary of like something like $75,000 to $100,000, and like that used to just not be there. Like you used to just be able to like promise someone meals and like a Coke every third game, and they'd show up, and that was it, because that was in their fucking contract, and like that doesn't happen anymore. So, you know, hopefully this works out for good. At the moment, the case itself, I don't know what'll actually come of it. I think Tenny will get out of his contract. I don't know what that'll mean for Macro.
Man. Y'all want to talk about something weird and a lot less complicated?
Sure, let's do it.
So, Panic has announced a new video game console.
Who's Panic?
Panic? You mean Panic at the Disco? Brandon Urie, exactly one dude.
I write sins, not tragedies.
Doing all of the things.
Panic is a video game publisher. They published Firewatch.
Nice.
And this year they're publishing Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game.
You know, yes. The Goose Game, where you get to be a little shit.
Yeah, we've talked about how it's kind of like Hitman or Assassin's Creed, but you're a goose and an asshole.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's like, go do these jerk objectives without being, like, caught and be a goose. So they're releasing a video game console. It's supposed to come out in Q1 of next year. It's called the Playdate. And Playdate, the physical design of it, they got Teenage Engineering to do it, and it's a beautiful piece of design. It looks like a thing that you would, like, buy at a classy furniture store. Like, it has a very elegant form. So it's like this little yellow slab. The casing of it is metal. Has a D-pad and an A and B button. One of the things that's caught this thing, caught a lot of attention in the press, is that it has an analog crank. The crank is not used to power the device. That's what people initially thought. But no, the thing is powered via USB-C charging. The crank is a control mechanism. The crank is used for some games. So the way the Playdate will work is when the Playdate launches, it will, like, at that time, when it ships out, there will be a game on it. But the device is also Wi-Fi enabled. So what happens is once a week for the next 12 weeks, a game will download to your Playdate. Ergo the name, Playdate. One day a week is your Playdate. And they've been working on this thing as like a kind of like a game development collective project for 4 years, reaching out to various indie developers and asking them, like, do you want to do a game for the Playdate? And the way it's going to work is that every game for the Playdate is a secret. So we know some of the developers who are working on it, but we don't know what they're doing for it, because we won't know which games were made by who until it just shows up on your device. The one exception to that is that, like, when they were releasing pictures of the thing in order to, like, build interest, and putting out their initial press releases, they did include a screenshot which explains the crank and indicated that the crank will be used in a game which is designed by Keita Takahashi, the guy who is responsible for Katamari Damacy.
Mm-hmm.
He's making a game for the Playdate. And the game that he is making it has this kind of, like, goofy name. Let's see here. It's a really long title. It's like Time Crank Adventure. Such and such as Time Crank Adventure.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Other developers who are working on the Playdate include Bennett Foddy. He's making a game. Sean Edman, Zach Gage. So it'll be 12 total games over a 12-week period, and the cost of it will be $150. And, like, it's really interesting because, like, so much of the reaction to this thing publicly has been people doing one of two things. Either attacking the device because it doesn't appear to be designed for, like, mass market appeal. Being like, why are you making this thing? It doesn't seem to be designed to capture the largest audience possible. And then a lot of their response has been like, why are you angry about this thing, which doesn't seem to be for you? Like, like, people are like, why is it?
No, I'm sorry. That's just, like, I feel like that's a direct quote from, like, the Sekiro tweets, and, like, I can't right now.
Right.
Yeah, and they're just like, well, why doesn't this thing do this, and this? Like, why doesn't this thing have a color screen?
Why does it have
why
to?
Does this...
Do you guys remember where you came from? Fuck.
Yeah, it's like, why doesn't it... why doesn't it have a traditional analog stick? Why does it have this crank instead? Like, why aren't you releasing all the names of all 12 games? Why aren't you, like, it just, like... And it's like, not everything has to be for everyone.
We're trying to have fun, you guys. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
It like, I'm absolutely smitten with this thing. Like, I like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucking personally attacked.
As soon as I saw it, I saw it, I think, like an hour before I saw you, like, retweet it, I was like, oh, that's a thing Brian's gonna want. It's like, that's a thing, Brian's gonna want it.
Yeah, I'm glad that Tegan saw my basic ass.
I did, I saw it. I was like, oh, he's called out. Good time.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I'm like, that crank though. And I just, the idea of, like, letting developers have a fixed set of hardware specs, meaning that, once again, taking advantage of the advantages of a console, which is where everybody's going to have the exact same hardware specs, so that way you can build for a specific experience, and then giving developers 4 years to just, whenever they want to, put time in on a project. Like, what a great idea. Like, it feels like such an interesting idea in a way to, like, put out a group of experiences. It's funny because, like, this hardware project reminds me of a software project. Do you know what I'm thinking, Rocky? This reminds me of Derek Yu's new thing.
Oh yeah, the UFO 50.
Yeah, UFO 50. And I was like, it's cool that this new hardware... The thing this new hardware project reminds me the most of is a game collection. But that game collection that Derek Yu's working on is, like, following a lot of the same rules. Like, even though there isn't a physical piece of hardware for that, all of the developers were given specs of a hypothetical console. Like, here's what the specs would have been for the UFO console. This needs to run on a UFO if someone were to have built it. Like, and I'm here for that. Like, I'm like, that's crazy business. Like, the idea of, like, saying, like, this would have to have run on this machine, it is definitely interesting to me. And I really, really like this. Like, I also like the idea that it gets to have this, like, shared experience component. Like, you shell out the 150 all up front, and then just one day a week, each week for 12 weeks, you're getting a new game, and that seems like a good way to, like, space out the experiences and give you a chance to really, like, screw with each one of the games. And I see this being a really cool experiment in the game industry. I hope this thing does well. I'd like to see more of this kind of stuff. Like, maybe not even just limited to handhelds. Like, if somebody were to release, like, if somebody put out a box that attached to my television that plays 20 indie games, like 20 good indie games, and it's $200, I could be down for that. I know that, like, it's going to be a limited market, but it's also not designed to be a mass market product. I realize that you guys are probably going to be nowhere near as excited for this thing as I am, but what are y'all's thoughts?
I mean, the book club, like, model is a thing that could work. I don't really know what parents' goals are here, but I hope they have fun. I hope they get what they want.
Yeah, same. A book club for video games sounds interesting, but, like, I don't, like, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, this looks like something that should be, honestly, already in a museum. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. You'll let us know, I'm sure.
When you say it looks like something that should already be in a museum, is it because of, like, the various design considerations? Like,
No, it just...
Is it because of how it looks?
Yeah, it just looks like something that already should be in a museum. I don't know how to explain that further. Like, it already belongs... Like, it looks like something that's already been invented and, like, done something else. Does that make sense?
No, I like that. Like, I think, like, maybe it doesn't look contrived. It looks found. Like, this is a thing that already existed.
Yeah, like, it doesn't look new.
Hmm.
It looks, like, pre-established. You know how, like, you see, like, early inventions from, like, the 40s in museums?
Yeah.
That's what this looks like.
Early
to
inventions.
Me. You know what I mean? You know what the fuck
no,
I mean? Or they're like, the new kitchen of the future, and it's, like, an old, like, kitchen from the 40s that was set up, and be like, this was what they thought a futuristic kitchen would look like. It's like that kind of thing. Like, this is what they thought the future of handheld gaming would be, after the Game Boy. And then, like... I don't know. Something else. It's like a hologram projector now or some shit. I don't know.
Wild. I don't believe we have any mail this week.
Wait, hold on. I had stuff from Joe. I took screenshots. I didn't put in the chat before. I'm doing that now. Which is a tweet from Joe Spiro at JoJoFs asking, at Impossible Coin, how would our podcast cinematic crossover universe serial taste? I guess he's referring to the combination of Impossible Coin and the Yu Yu Hakusho were branded as a cereal. What flavor profile would it have?
Like an actual cereal, like an eatable cereal, like something you would have for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
It's got too much sugar in it. For
Of
sure.
course.
For sure. Like, not just, like, the pieces are all individually frosted with, like, maybe a flavored frosting, kind of, like, along the lines of a Reese's Puff, but, like, the milk tastes amazing afterwards. I don't know what kind of amazing, but it's good. Or water, I guess, if you water your cereal.
Water your cereal?
You've not heard of people watering their cereal?
I don't want to talk about these people, Tegan. I don't want to give them any attention that they don't deserve.
It's all the joy of milk, of like a moist cereal, you know, which is why you put milk on your cereal. But like you don't have to use an unnecessary animal product. And like, I don't know. It's a thing people do sometimes.
Okay. Brian, any thoughts on the crossover cereal?
I feel like Tegan is asserting flavor dominance.
Fuck yeah,
okay, so Brian's saying it shouldn't be super sweet. Tell us how it should be.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be delicious.
I wouldn't mind if it's mildly sweet.
Are we like a fruit-based cereal? Are we a healthy cereal? Are we all individual cereals that you can buy in like a pack?
Okay, so I think Impossible Coin is a cereal that tries to be healthy. You know, like...
so we're like a Special K?
Kind of, but we're still frosted and we don't actually come with strawberries.
So like Frosted Flakes?
So maybe just Frosted Flakes? Yeah, I think we're just Frosted Flakes. Maybe I just like Frosted Flakes.
Wait, what?
I could fuck with some Frosted Flakes.
I don't want that kind of milk on my Frosted Flakes, my dude.
Okay.
So...
Whoa!
What if instead...
Jesus.
You know how, like, around the holidays, they sell that, like, 3-pack box of cereal that's, like, all the different... Like, it's wheat Chex, rice Chex, and corn Chex for, like,
Sure.
Obviously you're making Chex Mix, because, like, fucking everyone is. What if we're like that? What if we're like a bundle pack of 3 cereals with one underlying thing in common.
Which are like, I guess, flakes?
I guess, yeah.
Are you talking about, like, okay, are you familiar with the shitty Nintendo cereals?
I mean, I have seen them, like, on the internet, but I have not seen them in a store.
Okay. So you would get the Nintendo cereal box, and inside of the Nintendo cereal box, there would be two narrow bags. So you'd see this thing, and it's like, okay, this thing contains Mario cereal and Zelda cereal. And as opposed to like having a single wide bag inside of the box, like most cereals, there's two much narrower bags. One bag with Mario cereal in it, one bag with Zelda cereal in it. So that way, I guess, you're not cross-contaminating your lore while you eat marshmallows.
I'm assuming this was pre-Smash Bros.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I guess conceivably, what Impossible Coin could be is one, we could be 3 separate bags inside of the box. One, that increases our profit margins. But 2, I say we go with this next level bullshit. Because I am inspired by the weirdos who ship us. But now I'm shipping us as cereal. Here's how we go. All right. What if the configurations of the 3 individual cereals that come in the box taste great if you just eat that bag, but have a different flavor profile and taste even better when you start blending your cereals?
Ooh, okay.
I'm interested.
Yeah. So you're like, okay, you get the Impossible Coin box where you got your Rocky Tegan and Brian bags, and sure, you could just sit there and eat an entire bag of oversweetened Tegan, but what if you blend that shit? What if you blend it?
Ooh,
what if you blend
in a
it?
blender?
No,
And then
all
put
you
it in
need
a
to do is put them
milkshake.
in the bowl.
Oh, wait.
So, like, the way I thought of it is that, like, the ultimate flavor profile is, like...
Where you dump all 3 bags in the box and then shake it up.
Right. Once it's combined with milk, you end up with, like, a salty sweet, maybe, like, caramel type flavor.
Ooh.
With, like, a savory finish. But I guess, like, I don't know what salty cereal would really be like on its own. But if Tegan's oversweet, then maybe something...
I don't know that I'm oversweet, but I'm definitely, like, children's brand cereal sweet. Possibly with fake marshmallows. I mean, real marshmallows, but, like, you know, they're dehydrated, so they're crunchy.
Right.
There's no marshmallows.
What?
I'm out here begging.
Brian's begging no marshmallows.
I like marshmallows!
There's not much. I hate this world more.
Okay, if there aren't marshmallows in cereal, can my box at least have a toy inside?
Fine.
Okay, but guys, this is just us. We're supposed to also mash this together with, like, Hakusho, I think, right? Trying to check the wording of this.
I don't know what the Hakusho cereal tastes like.
Hakusho is...
How do you convey the experience of watch along in a cereal?
Give me a second.
Hakusho tastes like if chai tea were a cereal.
No, okay. What if you had, like, chai tea flavored, like, tricks?
What?
Like, so, like, the milk came out with, like, like, when you combine it with milk, you get, like, a milk chai styled, like, soup base.
Mm-hmm.
But you had various, like, pockets of flavor mixed into the individual tricks. Like, they would interact with the milk in a particular way. So, like...
Does the way it interact depend on whether or not you're using, like, whole milk, skim milk, or, like, chocolate milk?
Oh, that sounds like some complicated bullshit.
Wait,
I'm not sure if it's dependent on that.
This is a fake cereal, Brian. It's a false cereal. We can make it as fucking...
We don't have the fake R&D budget for this fake cereal.
It's anti-gravity cereal.
Okay, so, Tegan, I think it's calibrated for 2% milk, but you would likely get different interactions out of skim and whole and chocolate.
Uh-huh.
But I think when they test it in the lab, it comes with the assertion they'll print it on the box, calibrated for 2% milk.
Gotcha. Okay.
Guys, I got a great idea.
Yeah.
I want us to release a cereal called Lethal with Whole Milk.
Oh, shit.
And, like, it's not, but, you know.
What if we get sued? Like, the opposite of, like, the Incredibles, like, lawsuit. Like, someone buys the Lethal with whole milk cereal, expecting fully to use it as, like, a suicide aid, and then they don't die. And they have to continue living their life, and they blame us. I feel like we'd lose that lawsuit. At least for, like, on false advertising grounds alone.
And no, I'm going to win.
Okay.
I'm going to win.
Oh, okay.
Call me to the stand.
All
Sure.
right. We call Brian G. Cartwright to the stand.
Mr. Cartwright.
Yo.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Okay. So I understand that Mr. Cartwright has a prepared statement before questions begin. Mr. Cartwright, your statement.
I see you over there with your face. And I got one question for you. Did you eat all of it, buddy?
Huh?
Mr. Cartwright will elucidate on what he is describing.
I'm just saying that there's a point at which enough of this cereal and whole milk would have been lethal. It's not my fault that this dipshit goes about everything half-assed.
Whoa, you're gonna pull the Hercules on him? That's not a character, but I was like, so, sorry, excuse me, Mr. Cartwright, are we to take, based off your testimony, that if the plaintiff had consumed the entirety of the cereal with whole milk, he would have died?
I'm just saying, you either go hard or you don't go.
Is that your soundbite? I wish I had remembered to say order in the court. I could just do that now.
What the fuck? Is one piece in the bottom of the cereal box poison or something?
No, it's just it won't activate until you eat every single piece. That'll push it past like the chemical threshold.
So the only way to save yourself is to like split the entire box between two people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as long as you don't finish it, apparently.
No, I'm just saying that he literally eats enough his stomach burst. I'm suggesting that he goes in there to the grocery store and just like, give me it all. Like, he could fucking kill himself with Apple Jacks. I don't give a shit. Like, you know, I'm just saying that, like,
I like Apple Jacks.
Enough of any cereal is ultimately lethal. You know, like,
Oh my
we're
God.
not lying. He could kill himself with this cereal if he wanted to. So obviously he didn't. You know, all suicide could be executed with cereal if you're ambitious enough. This video game podcast got weird.
Okay, we have one more question, also from Joe. It is in reference to a story that went out, I believe, last week, but he was asking in regards to Sony and Microsoft entering into a partnership to develop streaming services. Mm-hmm. Is the partnership itself explicitly to try to head off Google Stadia?
Yes. Like, it just is water fucking wet. Like,
is water wet?
Yes,
Yes,
Tegan.
water is
Water
wet.
required to be considered a state.
No, Tegan,
Tegan.
goddamn it. No, we've played it in the romper room before. We're not playing in the romper room right now.
But I got it all set up again.
Tegan set up the romper room. Oh, that's good.
I'm here to tell you, like, what happened is that people at Sony watched that fucking Stadia presentation and they shoot in their fucking boots, and they're like, oh, we are not even remotely prepared for this.
No, they're not.
Not even
I don't think anybody
remotely
was.
prepared.
Except maybe Microsoft.
And then they're like, fuck. And then over here, we've got the rumbles, which, everybody's been hearing them, and we're just waiting for it to get validated, which is we know that platforms that Microsoft streaming solution is going to run on include phones and tablets, and also the smoke on the street is the Nintendo Switch as well. And so Sony's like, Jesus fuck. Wait, we've actually reached a future where Nintendo is more prepared for something than we are.
Wait. If the Switch has like a Stadia solution, does that mean they're actually going to put a browser on it?
No, Nintendo's throwing in with Microsoft, not Google.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm
right.
caught up.
Basically, like the way, as the houses align, it's house existing video game industry versus house Google.
Okay, so like Google's the Lannisters, and I guess like Microsoft's the Baratheons, and then like Nintendo's like the Starks. And I guess Sony would be the Greyjoys? Maybe. Whatever. I watched Game of Thrones.
All I know is one of them had a coffee cup.
It's none of them. It was Targaryen.
George R. R. Martin said the ending of the book is going to be different from the ending of the show. Like, duh.
Hashtag brotherhood. Let's go!
Everyone's going to die!
Yeah, I think everyone should actually
Everyone is going to die. The White Walkers will win. Calling it now.
No. I don't think the White Walkers win, but I think all the major characters still die.
The White Walkers win because their entire thing is marching down. So, like, say it's the same up until the point where Cersei refuses to help in the north. So the Northmen all die, and then they become White Walkers, and they just keep marching south. And winter comes, and everyone dies. Because no one's actually prepared for it.
Well, okay.
Because they've been busy playing their stupid Game of Thrones. That's it. I win.
But Bran, though.
So?
Bran can do some real shit. They just didn't do it in the show because they didn't want to, enumerate his powers.
Bran can do some real shit, but I'm saying the Game of Thrones series ends with the White Walkers winning. Maybe Bran sets up a thing, and, then there's a whole other series of books of Bran the Rebuilder coming back. But fuck it.
Whoa, because there already is Bran the Builder. Bran the Rebuilder could be cool. But I think Bran ultimately beats the Night King, but only after all the other major contenders for the throne are dead. So then it just it becomes the people fighting over it again. Or maybe whatever noble's still alive. Bran will still be alive. Bran won't care. He doesn't want to be the king. He just wants to fuck off and be somewhere.
Can Sansa still be alive?
Sansa's
done nothing wrong.
If Winterfell falls, Sansa's a White Walker. GG's.
Yes. I'm still down. As long as we see her as a White Walker, I'm down.
What does this have to do with cereal?
What? No, it's Stadia.
Oh, shit.
Come on, man. Keep up.
Fuck. See? I shouldn't have said House Google. Fuck me. Fuck myself.
Brian, it's just you start these conversations and then we run.
It's congratulations, you played yourself.
Brian's been playing himself all day.
Oh my god.
This turn should be taught in film school.
Fuck.
Brian, tell us what came out on Steam today.
Oh, my suffering.
Oh wait, no, the cats. Sorry, hold on. Before Steam, dude, we did the cats thing before the Steam thing. Whatever. Cats need a great the mail. They're both from June.
I think that Toshiro gives both pieces mail a sitting on Beth at 5:15 in the morning and poking her in the face.
Nice!
Yeah.
It's a high honor.
Premier cat interaction.
Gogo gives the first piece of mail a sitting on the coffee table and staring at me while I'm trying to eat a bowl of cereal.
Mm-hmm.
And me repeatedly saying to Go, no, I'm not giving you this milk. No, I'm not giving you this milk. No, I'm not giving you this milk. And Go gives the second one a sitting in front of the television, hitting the television while I'm trying to play Mario Maker.
Nice.
Tegan?
Nico gives the cereal news, or cereal question, sitting on the kitchen table where he's not supposed to be, very, very gently, just out of reach, but pushing his nose forward so that maybe he can sniff some cereal. And then when you blow on his face to make him not do that, he just gently reaches over the lip of your bowl to, like, bat at the cereal a little bit to try and get some of the milk on his paw. Meanwhile, Roman gives absolutely zero fucks and is screaming for cat food in the background. And for the Stadia, both cats screaming as I'm going down the stairs because they want let out the back door so they can see the world.
Okay. All right. And I don't have cats, so my cats can't read the mail.
You'll get one.
One of these days. Brian, what came out on Steam today?
72 games came out on Steam yesterday.
Sure. It's a little low, but yeah.
And man, a lot of stuff came out while we were on the air today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. When we started, there were 4 games.
Sure.
And we are now up to 9.
All right.
Christ, this fucking platform. First up is Wind Shift. Wind Shift is $9.89. Have you ever earnestly desired to rescue a person? This is the story of one man, and this desire is what kept him going. In a land of fire, looming are fire musketeers, put together by evil Lord Phoenix. Journey around the world, vanquish enemies, increase your strength with each level, and with the...
I'm sorry, was there more to that sentence?
I'm going to repeat our sentence. In the land of fire, looming are fire musketeers put together by the evil Lord Phoenix. Journey around the world, vanquish enemies, increase your strength with each level, and with the...
Okay.
Oh, we reached the character limit. Okay.
Definitely ended the way I thought it did.
Oh, did you... You're like, is he being real here?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I'm being real here. Yep. Which is, like, weird because as far as, like, actual production quality goes and, like... Oh, wait. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm just clicking through the various,
Screenshots?
Yep, that's the one, and I got to the one which has the words Test Boss on it.
Yay!
Oh. Video games are done. Next up is Welcome to the Cat House.
Sure.
Become the owner of a brothel called Cat Garden and spend time with your cats.
I'm
This
sorry,
game-
wait.
Wait,
Did you say...
brothel?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Become the owner of a brothel called Cat Garden
Oh, shit.
and spend time with your, in parentheses, cats.
Oh, man.
This game contains elements of business, romance, and RPG, each which has different talents, upper levels, and the ability to learn skills, equip weapons, in a sense, and have independent plots.
No, thank you.
It is, what's that?
No, thank you.
Oh, Jesus. This game contains NTR elements. Butter is a man's romance.
I'm out.
Can you say that sentence just one more time?
I'm out.
Butter is a man's romance.
I'm
No.
out.
Yeah, okay. It's not where I want to be.
The This game contains content that may not be suitable for all ages.
Oh, really?
Nor accessible during work, nudity, or sexual innuendo with common adult content.
Whoa, hold on. Now I have a question. What is common adult content?
I don't even know, man. At least they got words after the.
The whole game came out of a common loot box.
Next up is Old War.
Not New War, but Old War. It's like war, but bad.
Old War is bad, Tegan.
It's like war,
Old War.
but bad.
A game in the genre of RTS.
Okay.
Yep. It is $1.19.
Wait, that was the whole description?
Yes.
Nice.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah,
they know what they're about.
When we before we started today, I said to Tegan, we got some winners.
Yes,
today.
he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good.
Next up is Metro Trip Simulator.
Ride around on a train?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can ride on a train.
The trailer is promising. Fuck me. All right. First person view. All right. I want to make sure I get all these first person view, good graphics, a lot of abilities, Russian signs, memes, detailed environment, interactive objects.
Of course, it's Russian. God damn it.
Of course it is, Rocky. Peacefully enjoy the ride. Let's see here. It looks like there's nobody else on this train. I mean, this looks like the kind of thing that if this was a cool world, this would be like the first level in an ARG. Like you would get Metro Trip Simulator, and then there's actually something else going on.
Right.
Also, Rocky, I see your ass adding Smilebot to our fucking Discord.
Yo, what are you mad about, man? Smilebot's great.
What's a Smilebot?
Tegan, you gotta talk to Smilebot.
I do?
I really want you to interact with them. See what you can get out of it.
Okay.
Rocky with that heel turn. Next up is Away from Earth, Titan.
Okay.
The world is in danger. Our water is running out.
Wait, but water's...
Our world is...
Okay, whatever. It's okay. Fine, whatever. Good.
Our world is running out. As a player, you need to make Titan as livable and invite humans from your world to Titan. By doing that, you need to use your engineer abilities to make water and electric systems of Titan. You are the leader of your colony.
I feel like there are better versions of this game.
This game is $1.79.
Well, it's a lot less than Oxygen Not Included.
Yeah. And this looks like it's a looty, crafty space colonization game. Not for me.
Yeah. You're...
Next up is Codex Timandora Lost Vision.
Is it an anime game?
Yes. What gave it away, Rocky? Was it the anime title?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Codex Timandora Lost Vision combines strengths from JRPGs and Western RPGs, fight dangerous enemies, explore mysterious places, discover legendary treasures on your journey to find the source of a mysterious missing person. Alright.
Is it just fine? Or is it like...
It was made in RPG Maker.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Fine. Let them rock.
Next up is DIY Simulator.
Okay.
DIY Simulator is teaching everyone how to build DIY objects like electric skateboards, drones, airplanes, electric bikes, power banks, and many more. By having a day and night cycle, you need to sleep because if you get tired, you cannot work.
That's a fair point.
Why? The assembly building system is user-friendly. You just need to go to the garage and interact with the workbench, and a simple menu will appear. From that menu, you can choose what object to build, and you can see the parts needed and the final cost if you buy the parts from the store. In the bedroom, you will find a computer that has applications, file manager for reading and showing text and images, Browser to buy parts. Mail to see orders and quests. Bank to see transactions and balance. 3D printer to write USB stick models for the printer. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
You could buy food and water from the local market. What is this game? This is supposed to be like a dumb... This is one of those dumb simulators where you make shit, but it's like this person decided, like, I need to make this like this fully featured living experience. Like, you need to like eat and drink and sleep, and you're building a skateboard game. You also need to drink, eat, and go toilet. That's right, everybody, because this game about building electric skateboards and drones requires you to take a piss. Low on money? Find used or not working parts or objects at the traders from the scrapyard, and then get good parts and create a good and new object. Be careful. Outside the village are wild animals like wolves and boars. The safest way to go is in your car. Or if you don't have a car, don't go. They can kill you or damage your car. Wolves are out here destroying cars.
They can kill you. Or they can damage your car. But don't go if you don't have a car.
Yeah.
Use the ATM to get money. What the fuck is this?
Oh, shit. Brian's like losing it right now. Oh my god.
USB stick get money!
What? Oh my god.
You broke Brian.
You know what? What came out of Steam today is done for today.
No way! Come on, Brian, play through it.
How many more
Let's go.
are there?
There's like four more.
Okay.
Alright, I guess next up is Soul Valley. No matter what Soul Valley has to offer, it cannot be as impressive as DIY Simulator. Soul Valley is a survival, text-reading, treasure-hunting, story-rich walking simulator game. What?
Okay.
Is it a game
Your
or
character-
is it a story?
Your character, Abigail, comes to the valley after her mother gives her a photograph of this place before she dies.
Wait, no, we
She
talked
won't-
about this game. There's a girl and she's the main mechanic is like survivalist, but also you have to like pick up letters. Wait, I don't think Brian was here for it. I think it was what came out on Steam today when it was just me and Tegan.
I think you're right.
Main gameplay is focused on treasure hunting. You're trying to find pieces from maps your mother left in the valley.
Yes!
Every map leads you to a piece of the puzzle and a note from your mother.
You gotta re-release people.
Another part of the gameplay is survival. You try to not starve or die from thirst. So they couldn't decide if they wanted to make a shitty survival game or a shitty walking simulator. So they're like, why don't we make a shitty both?
Are these the
both? Same?
A shitty
Yes.
both, y'all.
Are these the same people as DIY Simulator?
Find out, Brian. Do the due diligence. The people need to know. Do it for the culture. They're not?
They're not.
Oh, okay.
I must now check to see who was responsible for DIY Simulator. I can't believe I...
You're
didn't-
going back.
Yeah. They're also the makers of Red Planet Survive.
We talked about that one.
First-person survival game. Survive in the harsh conditions of the Red Planet.
Brian, we have 3 more games to get through. Come on, man.
Okay, alright, I'm sorry. DIY Simulator really affected me.
I feel that. I totally understand.
Oh, we got yet another re-release for Arsonist. Fuck off.
He's just trying to...
Is that the third or the fourth?
He's
Third or the fourth
He's
time for
literally
Arsonist?
just trying to get us to talk about it more. We're his prime, reach audience.
Oh, shit.
Next up is Click and Click.
Ah, shit.
I think we might get rocky with this one.
Oh, yeah?
Click on monsters. Collect coins. Buy upgrades. Go from beginning to end and become the most successful clicker. In this sanely addictive game, You'll climb the career ladder from cashier to financial director.
No.
Click on monsters. Collect coins. Buy upgrades. Go from beginning to end and become the most successful clicker.
You already said that.
Click and click. It is an idle clicker.
I know.
Where you can pump professions, kill various monsters, bosses, and all this in engaging pixel art. Game features. Time killer. A variety of monsters and professions. Beautiful pixel art.
Okay, I don't play video games to waste my time. That's not what they're for. And, like, okay, no, that's fine. I'm not going to yell at this stupid game. Because, like, all I got to do is forget about it. And I'll never hear from it again unless they re-release it in 3 weeks. Like, whatever.
You mean, unless this game is Arsonist.
God damn it, are you kidding me? You don't kill monsters by clicking on them, man. Like, what the fuck? It's so whack.
And last up today is Weaving.
Okay.
Weaving is a relaxing minimalist reaction game. Now, worth noting, in the preview of the game, in their trailer, they show a title card, which shows an entirely different name for the game. There, it appears to be called Wavy Trip.
Yeah.
So, I am now going to find out if there is a game in the Unity store called Wavy Trip. And is this person just releasing... Oh! Yep! Oh my god, here we are.
What'd you find, Brian?
Wavy Trip is a completed game in the Unity.
Oh.
So they are literally just taking the asset from the Unity store and just releasing it onto Steam.
Oh, no.
Okay, this is not an asset flip. Isn't this, like, actionable?
The amount of stuff that we see on this show, which is actionable, is amazing. But this one, I was just like, they bothered. They didn't even change the title card. They didn't even change the title card, Rocky.
Do they still have the same... Okay, so, like, the develop publisher on Weaving is listed as Bitlock Studio. Who made Wavy Trip?
SG Lib Games.
Yeah, okay, dude, this is fucking actionable. Like, what the shit? I hope they get a cease and desist letter, like, today. I hope they get that email. I hope a courier, like, delivers it, like, hey, dude, fuck off. And that's it.
Do we, like, report it?
Yes,
I'm
it would not be
right
the
now.
first time I've clicked report on this show. Jesus Christ. I feel like today's episode of Impossible Coin definitely required us to be at a higher player level than some other episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's a good thing we grinded a little bit, because if we had come at this at like level 4, we would have been fucked.
True. Big day.
True story.
Yeah.
Decent loot.
Oh, yeah, including Wavy Trip. We got Wavy Trip in our loot box, and so did this guy. So, thanks for listening to this week's episode of Name a Sony IP. Rocky, why don't you take it from here?
First of all, we are not named Name a Sony IP. We're named Impossible Coin. It's a podcast. We do this every week. You can find us on Wednesday nights on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. If you find us any of those places, it'd be really cool if you left us a review. Just tell us how you feel. If you liked us or if you didn't, we'll try to respond to it. If you want to have the cats grade your mail, you can find us on any of the social media, on Facebook, which is where Brian resides, on Twitter, where I hang out, and on Tumblr, where Tegan places her tent. We have music at the beginning and end of this podcast. It's produced by our friend Big Sach. You can find his work at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ, or you can find him on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. Our new logo was also designed by our friend at Lauren Moran. Her name is Jess Lauren Moran, but her at is also at Lauren Moran. She also made a t-shirt for us. She runs a small store, but honestly, you should try finding her on Patreon and maybe supporting her work. She does really good stuff. Is there anything that I'm missing?
I think you got it all, bro.
Sick. We did it.
All right. Well, then, thanks for listening, all. And peace.
Bye.
Later.
It's official.